Okay. Think we're in? That's what the smoke session is. There we go. Okay, looks like it's working. We're having a few strange connection issues tonight. It's knocking us off. Let's make sure we are connected all over the place. Okay, we are almost there. Fantastic. Welcome everybody. Highly motivated. Tonight, a few connection issues. Like, it's such a chaotic day, such a chaotically charged evening. I had to start smoking early. But once again, everybody, welcome to the show. This is the show where we come as community. We come together as friends in a digital realm. I'm wearing a jacket because it's cold. I'm in the podcast room, and usually it is hot like a sauna in here. Maybe I need to wait for it to warm up a bit. Maybe I need to wait to warm up a bit. So we're here. It's highly motivated. Just making sure we're coming to you. Oh, there we go. Frank the Tank Griswold. Frank, before I even start the show really and get into it all, I want to say thank you. That sign that you made is awesome. The color's perfect. The writing on it is perfect. Got me all excited today. So for you, I'm doing a special topic. Look you're on the Facebook. Okay. So for you, Frank, tonight, I've got a really interesting topic. I've got something. You wanted a little more cannabis education. Well, just for you, I've got something tonight. We'll get to it in a moment. Also tonight, though, of course, it wouldn't be a normal show if I didn't talk about something of the occult or something a little strange, something a little off. So tonight we are going to be mentioning the predictions. We're just mentioning it, Frank. We're mentioning the predictions of Baba Vanga and Edward Cayce. And did they predict the California wildfires? I don't want to throw all this craziness out there, but at the same time, it needs to be mentioned. It needs to be mentioned because we've been talking about Baba Vanga and Edward Cayce for quite a few months now. So let's kind of jump into it. Let's see what we come up with. All right. Warming up. It's already warming up in here. So right now I had to get started early with a little bit of Voyager 1. The Voyager 1 is from Goldflower. If you're in Florida, they are a medical cannabis provider. Just delicious cannabis. The best medical cannabis I have come across ever. And in Florida, the absolute best. I mean, when you're looking for something a little bougie, a little more fancy, a little more everything, that's Goldflower. It's organic, it's hand trimmed, it's living soil. So I'm doing the Voyager 1, and it's one of their ideal blends. To let you know what it is, it's 27.5% THC, and on the terpene profile, it's 3.29. So I don't really care about THC. THC is really just the beginning. It's a glue. It's a bonding agent. What I'm more excited about are the high terpenes. What I'm more excited about is the flavor and the taste. Liz, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. You only live once. That is right, Frank. I gotta tell you though, the tea, I had one earlier, so that's probably why I'm not doing a specialty. I'm glad you had specialty. You added cannabis to it, and that makes it special. That brings some of that magic to life. But tonight for Frank, we are going to be doing a special cannabis topic. Just so you know, we're doing cannabis and sexual health, cannabis and men and women's health, how it helps men, how it helps women. Oh, I said it. We're going to be getting into some crazy cannabisness tonight. Great cannabis conversation. It's a conversation they don't have enough. Knowing that cannabis can help in so many different places, especially the bedroom, both physically and emotionally. Okay. Also, again, I'm sending out my love, emotion, heart, everything I can to California, hoping they get through this terrible tragedy. That's why I had to start smoking early. I'm so stressed out about the fires in Cali. My sister, she lives in Hollywood. And her and her spouse, they are escaping from what I understand. They grabbed, some of the valuables and some very, very important things, and they took off. They ran. My sister, she lives in Cali, so she was wearing a face mask inside the house. May, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Welcome. And also tell Mike, welcome. So if it's Mike that's hijacked your phone, welcome, Mike. It's good to have you on the show. And May, it's good to have you on the show as well. Mahmoud, how are you? Welcome to Highly Motivated. It's good to have you here. It's Mahmoud 412009. The number's got to mean something. But right now, we're really quickly talking about the wildfires. There's two of them that are somewhat contained, and there are two that are still burning pretty much uncontrollably. It's heartbreaking, and my conspiracy mind is, what caused it? Was it arson? Was it arson? Let me see. You love cigaria. So this is cannabis, marijuana. That's what I love. Not nicotine, not nicotina, not cigarettes, not, only this. Like my dad, like your father, he likes the cannabis as well. Maybe that's why it's healthy. It's good for your health. And that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about cannabis and sexual health. It's a touchy topic for some people, but I don't give a shit. We're going to talk about it. And we'll talk about how it helps, how we can use it. But before we get there, before we talk about the actual topic at hand tonight, again, I'm sending out, all the kindness, all the good frequency, all the good vibes. And I hope everybody is sending out all those good vibes as well to California, because they need it. I mean, it is a multitude of factors that brought about this natural disaster. It was their water shortages, the intense heat, everything's drying out. Also, there have been a few people caught for setting fires in California. And Robin, welcome to the show. Look at this. She says absolutely arson, especially after the insurance companies dropped so many in Cali. It's fun. I'm glad you said this. Because we're going to talk about it. I'm glad you mentioned it. Thank you. Look, thank you. Praying for my sister. I'm praying for my sister and her partner. I hope I can talk to her soon and find out that everything's okay and they've made it to somewhere safe. There are people too, just much richer, more famous, whatever it might be. But prayers to all of them. Prayers to everybody in California. But this was something that. So Robin says it's arson. They've caught 2 or 3 people now, and there's more. There's more. I mean, what is this? A connected effort? I saw the video of somebody pouring gasoline on the side of the freeway next to the embankment where it goes off into more of a trees and brush and bramble. Why? Why is somebody pouring gasoline? Do people want to see California burn? I mean, I don't know what it is. So what I'm going to say really quickly, we've been talking about Baba Vanga and Edward Cayce. So they made predictions that some may interpret that are referencing this natural disaster that's happening right now in California. I know, I'm a little out there, but you know something? We need to be a little out there sometimes to see what's going on. So there's a lot of significant events going on, and Baba Vanga and Edward Cayce both predicted something going on in the west coast of the United States, specifically California. Okay, here we go. Let's start with Baba Vanga. Let me see. The satellite image loop shows 3 fires randomly, starting right around the same time in different sections of the mountain. That to me feels like a connected effort. That to me feels like maybe terrorism. Would it be domestic terrorism? Wow. Wow. Is that where we are now? People have completely lost it. Look, and so many people have lost not just their homes, but their livelihood. They've lost everything, pictures, I mean, sure, we still have digital memories, and that's why digital memories are great, but they have lost so much. If I'm talking a little fast, it's because of the Voyager 1. Very flavorful. I'm only smoking a little itsy bitsy, but I got another itsy bitsy, and then I got some moon boots. The moon boots I'm pretty excited about. And then the really big deal is right here. This is pineapple blueberry muffin. I can't even say it right now. It's been a long day. And that's pineapple blueberry muffin, and that's a 1 gram pre-roll. Pretty jazzed. Okay, now let's go back to talking about these fires really quickly. So it does look as though some of these fires may have been started intentionally. Now, yes, Robin, it's right. The insurance companies began dropping the policies for most of the people in California in very dangerous zones at the beginning of 2024. So I would say that's a year ago. 1 year ago, pretty much today, the insurance company started dropping the insurance policies. And they did, by the way, they also caught a guy dressed as, Angie told me, they caught a guy dressed as a fireman looting people's houses. How low do you have to be? They've lost everything, everything. I'm just shocked and appalled and at the energy that's out there. And that's why this show, Highly Motivated, is here. We are here to motivate each other. Even when times are down, we are here to pray for each other, motivate each other, enthusiate each other to take on the world, to take on its chaos. We are here to make sense of the chaos, to bring kindness. Kindness is a start. Is it enough? If we all bring kindness and just a little bit more and a little bit more, it's more than enough. Okay, before I get too crazy, let me keep smoking this. Let me talk about Baba Vanga. So Baba Vanga, she was the Eastern European psychic. Wildfires and natural disasters, she predicted. She was a Bulgarian mystic, okay? And she reportedly predicted massive earthquakes along the U.S. West Coast in 2025. She also predicted wildfires in California towards the beginning of the year. I would say we're in the beginning of the year. That is a very eerily close prediction. Tanya, welcome to the show. How are you? Welcome. Highly Motivated. And it's such a heartbreaking time because of these fires. It's heartbreaking to see these people lose everything. My sister, I saw a text from her right before the show. She said she grabbed some things, just a few, and they ran. So if their house burns, they lose everything. And what's happening is a lot of people are losing their jobs, their livelihoods, their cars, their houses, and the insurance companies aren't covering anything. And those insurance companies that are covering things are right now, I was just told, Angie mentioned it to me, they had them on the news. They said they were mentioning $2, $3 million, $4, $5 million houses. All right, we'll give you $250,000. Let's be done. What is this? What is this? There are sharks already in the water. Wow. So Baba Vanga, look her up, Eastern Bulgarian mystic. She suggested these events are going to be happening. Big fires on the West Coast. She didn't say California, but the West Coast. Early part of the year. Earthquakes running throughout the year. And did I hear properly? There was an earthquake today in California? I don't know. I saw it. I thought I saw it. Maybe they were talking about something that happened shortly before these fires. So Frank's saying, you're saying before I get too crazy, but you're doing Voyager 1, and then you're going to do moon boots. You're going to effing outer space, buddy. I'm going to effing outer space. I'm going to fucking outer space. Okay, so Edward Cayce. What now? Okay, before we get to Edward Cayce, there was a continued prophecy from Baba Vanga. What was it? She also foresaw a catastrophic war in Europe in early 2025, going even further beyond that, leading to extensive damage and significant loss of life. This has a far-reaching economic repercussion, potentially affecting global financial systems, including those specifically on the West Coast of the United States. What is going on? But I think they are directly connected. But I do think they're directly connected in those prophecies. I mean, she sees one thing, she sees many things. Okay, Edward Cayce. Edward Cayce also said there will be earthquakes. So he was more known as a sleeping prophet. He would go into a trance state and somebody would take down notes. They would decipher as he would speak. They would transcribe. So Edward Cayce made several predictions about geological upheavals. He suggested that increased activity of volcanoes like Vesuvius and Pele could precede significant earthquakes along the southern coast of California and areas between Salt Lake City and also Nevada. These events could lead to substantial changes in our landscape. Now, did he say anything specifically about the fires? No, that was Baba Vanga. I do want to let you know, Baba Vanga, the mystic, her predictions, she is at 89% accuracy. Holy shit. That's huge. And only 89% because they haven't deciphered the rest of her predictions. And then Edward Cayce, he is like at like 89, 90, 95% right on his predictions. Mind-blowing. Okay. Wait a second. It's getting tiny, so I'm going to pull out the orange clip. I don't get to use it very often. Here we go. We just kind of put it at an angle. When you put it at an angle, you're going to get a much better, a much better airflow. I don't know what you're getting. Okay. So Edward Cayce, though, did have predictions specifically. So his readings often touched on spiritual and physical health. He also alluded to economic challenges. So he predicted that certain areas, including parts of the West Coast, might experience disruptions due to natural disasters, which could in turn lead to economic instability. I think that's the fire. He doesn't say fire, but the fire, is a natural disaster. Even if it is set by malicious terrorist actions, I still feel that, it's a natural disaster that continues and becomes and creates. It went upside down. This is a funky roach clip today. It just won't stay. Okay. But I think it's important to approach these prophecies with caution. I only look at them because we were talking about Baba Vanga. I only look at them because we were talking about Edward Cayce. And I thought it was interesting how both mystics made predictions that some interpret as natural disasters or potential economic downfall. They saw this back in their days, back in their time. So I would be thoughtful, very thoughtful about these times and what's happening. And if you're curious about Baba Vanga or Edward Cayce, then I would imagine it's good to look into these things. But I mean, are we actually witnessing prophecy unfold? Mahmoud says it's not good for health. I imagine he's referencing cannabis. So Mahmoud, what's interesting about cannabis, it's not only good for health. The smoking, yes, anything that you're using carcinogen or you're using butane right here, that's butane right there. You're sucking in butane when you light a joint or you light a pipe. So yes, the butane is not good for your health. The carcinogens of smoking is not good for your health. But with cannabis smoking, all studies have shown there are no long-term effects. Zero. There are multiple studies that were done, and I was shocked. I thought there was at least long-term effects because of the smoking itself, but no long-term effects. So when I used to smoke cigarettes, and cigarettes are terrible for you. Cigarettes are bad. That nicotine is awful for your brain, for your body. So here's the thing. This is something completely different. And even smoking it like this is so much less harmful for me than so many other things. I put it out. It went out. Okay. Because it went out, I'm just going to go ahead and drop it here. Put that down. What do we get into next? Okay. I already smoked one of these before, so I'm going to let you know about it. This, it smells so good. Okay, here we go. This is a pre-roll, a hand-roll pre-roll machine does this. Look how chunky. Look how, you see the purples? Oh, you see purpley-erplies. It's chunky. So usually pre-rolls are not going to be chunky like that. Pre-rolls are done in a cone. They pack them into a cone. It's dusty, it's crap, it's stuff they've probably taken from the floor. We don't know. But this is a hand-roll pre-roll machine. And in order to do like a hand roll like this, because this is my hand roll, that's mine, this is theirs. This is my funky roll, this is theirs. But in that, look how gorgeous. I mean, it's chunky, it's beautiful. That smells great. Actually, it smells like blueberry muffins. So this strain is pineapple blueberry muffins. And just to let you know what's happening over here on a pre-roll, this thing is, hold on, here we go. Can't see anything. Terpenes are strangely quite low. So the terps are sitting at like 1.8, I think. And I can't see. And the THC though, I think it's sitting at 21%, 20.9. So the THC is not crazy high. The terpenes aren't crazy high, but the aroma, wow. I mean, it may not show that it has a super high terpene, but the aroma is showing something so much more. One sec, before I go jumping into that. So, Mahmoud, this is not good for your health, but it's so delicious, but not good. It's good. I mean, it's good. It's like super tasty, delicious. Okay, let me get this started. So I don't want it to run, and usually it won't. I think maybe 1 out of 25 it might, and then they correct themselves. So this is a pre-roll, again, from Goldflower. Goldflower, I think, I mean, they do probably some of the best pre-rolls in the industry here in Florida. Oh, that is nice. Okay. Wow. No bullshit. I taste blueberry muffin. I don't taste the pineapple. Maybe at the end of that normally your first hit, you're going to taste most of that flavor. And even only at like 1 point something percent terps. It gives you the light taste of the blueberry muffin. So I taste blueberry. That's, oh, the aroma of this. It's almost like a tropical muffin on the aroma. Aroma much stronger sometimes. Your terpenes may not be through the roof, but your aroma will be on fire. Only Zeus, welcome to the show. Welcome. What a great show we have going right now. And we're about to get into the big topic in just a moment. But the first topic on my mind right now is the California wildfire. So I just want to mention that there's a lot going on where we feel as though it's conspiracy and the insurance companies are taking over. It's like they knew these fires were coming. Somebody set the fires. It was arson, terrorism, domestic terrorism. Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot to think about. It's a lot to comprehend that people in our own country would be so callous and so dark to set fires and cause the destruction of, I mean, we're talking about billions of dollars. Hundreds of thousands of families will be displaced. I think from one neighborhood alone or one area alone, already there's 120,000 people that have been displaced because of these fires. And thank you, Zeus. I appreciate that. And maybe eventually we can get other people to see the content and see highly motivated. Remember, everybody, no expectations. This right here, this is a smoke sesh. This is all it is. We're getting together to smoky talky, and maybe update a little bit on current events, on the things that are going on around us. But also, I love to talk about the education and the health benefits of cannabis. So especially like Mahmoud, he's come to the show, and smoking, he mentions, is not good for the health. Smoking cigarettes is not good for the health. But smoking cannabis, which is marijuana, depends where you're coming from and where you're watching the show from. And by the way, everybody, thank you for coming from all the different networks. LinkedIn, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Awesome. We try Tiki-Taki and we try the Insta-Cha-Cha, but because I smoky toki, they kick me off. But we're here as education, and we're here as community. So we're getting together to break stigmas, hang out digitally, because my biggest thing I miss the most is the smoke sesh. Me and Angie used to go hang out with a friend of mine, Abasi, who used to work with me. But we'd go hang out after work. We'd say, hey, what are you doing? I don't know, what are you doing? Why don't you come over? We got some people here. Let's smoky toki. I'm like, you got it. And right there, that was the most amazing thing. That was coming together as community, as friends, as people. And I would learn not just about cannabis, but about many things from many people. It's many minds. It was like a brainstorm, a smoke sesh brainstorm coming together. That's what this is. Highly motivated is a brainstorm of community to put a fire under our asses, to get things done, to make a big change, to be the energy and the magic in the world. The world needs it. We need to bring it. Believe in yourself. Welcome. Oh well, they will be fine. So later, I do want to get a little more serious and actually talk about the possibilities of societies disappearing from time. Societies being ravaged by, like Pompeii. Pompeii was covered, disappeared, until archaeologists accidentally stumbled upon, while looking for artifacts, they stumbled upon and found Pompeii. And now Pompeii, and people are building all around it once again. But like California right now could fire ravage everything, because you've got infrastructure down. There's businesses are down. It's going to take a number of years to recover from what's happened to them. And so I think, could civilizations disappear because of natural disasters? And that's the wild part. That's the wild part. I mean, can they disappear? Atlantis, the civilization of Atlantis, many thousands of years ago, existing and thriving. It was hit by a tidal wave. It was ravaged by fires and disease. And then it was just washed away. It was destroyed. I mean, did you see what's happened during these fires and how people's houses, there's nothing left? So you look at the infrastructure that we build, and we create, and this fire washes through and wipes out everything. I'm shocked to see how quickly we are flattened and forgotten about. How quickly a civilization can be literally washed right over. We need to talk about your content and make it short form and post it all on the socials. But other people recognize your content. Well, thank you. And I believe we'll work on that. The social media platforms you aren't allowed on, oh, fuck them. We don't need them. We don't need TikTok or the Instacaca or Instachacha. You know, I really appreciate LinkedIn. I appreciate Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube for allowing me to keep this community and create this community, because that's what it is. We are building a community of like-minded individuals, of people with an endocannabinoid system and want better healing and better health. So let's do it. Are we deep enough into the show where I can talk a little bit about, maybe, I know it's taboo, right? Cannabis and sex. Woo. I mean, enhancing intimacy, enhancing performance, enhancing connection. I think that is the deepest part. Look, cannabis has been used for centuries to enhance the human experience, and its potential to improve intimacy and sexual health is no exception. So, from increasing sensitivity to addressing physical and psychological challenges, cannabis offers a range of benefits that can change a lot of the happenings in the bedroom. Look, sometimes we need that cannabis in different ways. Not necessarily smoking a joint will it get you in the mood, but it will break down that stress. It'll break down that frustration and that anticipation. So I think you can use cannabis in combination to create a deeper connection, which would lead to deeper satisfaction. So let's look at it. Let's, with intimacy, performance, sexual well-being for both men and women, let's explore its different forms, different applications, and how we understand, or how we would actually look at cannabis as helping us with sex, with our sexual health, with our sexual know-how. What cannabinoids are an actual thing, like THCV or CBGA, and why you're using them and why they're stimulating parts of the body. So sativas, just to mention, or not to classify everything sativa indica hybrid, but sativas are going to be more your uppers if we're going to minimize it. Not talking about terpenes yet. Terpenes are flavor, taste, aroma. So a sativa is more going to be an upper. A vasodilator opens up blood vessels. And using the combination of sativas like Durban Poison, look at the excitement I get from, actually, I'm feeling less crazy now. That Voyager 1 had me already. Woohoo! Ooh. So smooth. Look, when you smoke, I'm like, when you when you now I'm coughing. Okay, that was a hard hit. So I don't know what the hell I was talking about now. Let's go back. So cannabis has unique abilities to relax the mind, the body, creating an ideal setting for intimacy. Now, its effects on reducing anxiety, boosting confidence, and enhancing sensory perception can bring partners closer together. That's where we start beginning. I love sativas. So using them, as a couple, a sativa opens up the mind a little bit, gets things racing a little bit. It opens up the blood vessels and kind of, it opens you up and allows you to accept things. And it boosts certain things in the body. When I say sativas, I love THCV, the extended hydrocarbon. Durban poison is heavy in THCV. And that's one of the reasons it works for me in many different ways. We'll talk about it. So first, it's stress reduction. Stress, you are overly stressed, you're not going to want to do anything. You're overly stressed, you're not turned on. You're overly stressed, you're not going to be thinking about these things, you see? You're overly stressed and maybe things don't work properly. Maybe the blood flow in your body is just not there. Let me see, I see you may need cannabis. Me, I just need to get... Yes, Frank. But with the combination, there's massages. You can make your own massage oil? Let me tell you some fantastic things. You can make a massage oil with almond oil. Almond oil absorbs into the skin beautifully. You rub it into the skin till the skin starts to warm up. And as soon as the skin starts to warm up, the pores are opening up and allowing that medication to get deeper maybe into the fatty cells. Maybe deeper so it can sit there and be like, hello. I don't know. Wait. I used my last bit of mule fuel to make a special tea. Oh, you made a tea with the mule fuel? That's delicious. That's a Heisman 34 blend. So mule fuel is cannabis from Goldflower Cannabis here in Florida. So if you're in Florida and you have not been to Goldflower yet and you have a medical cannabis card, you've got to go. You've got to go for you. You've got to go to smoke what really good cannabis should smoke like, should taste like, should get you entouraged like. I'm already quite entouraged. I'm already feeling very entouragey today. And in that very entouragey feeling that I feel, it's great because it helps me let go of pain and it helps me let go of stress. And stress is the number one thing that kills sexual appetite. So let me see, we've got, but no, that mule fuel, I can't even talk. That mule fuel, delicious, great sativa, or at least what we would consider a sativa leaning strain. Very high though, very high in excitement and energy. Mule fuel is a good one. Great flavor as well. Let me see. I had such heartburn and I realized I hadn't had my tea in 2 days. Look at this. I love seeing this. This right here is amazing. I'm sad I can't find the phenotype ones. I don't think they've released it yet. I want to say I don't think the stores have gotten it yet. So don't be sad yet. I just don't think the stores have it. But Liz, look at this. I had such heartburn. If you have acid reflux, if you have terrible heartburn, look, sometimes you can't eat raw weed. But I talk about it. Eating raw weed is such a big deal. You got to eat and chew, emaciate it until it's juice, and then you swallow it. And it's good for your stomach because of the fiber. But if you have IBS or you have Crohn's type symptoms, you can't eat raw weed. You can't. But you can make a tea. You can drink cannabis tea, not eating it raw, but drinking it raw. Because remember, that's going to be breaking it down, doing a partial decarboxylation, which in turn will loosen those oils, loosen all of that, and let that absorb into the body. That's a big deal. That's also how you get your CBGA in her acidic form, which can really help you in sexual arousal, because remember, it's hitting your neurotransmitters directly. Boom, 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 boom. And it's acidic form. Wow. Doing so many different things for your body, bringing you to a homeostasis, which also gets things right. When your endocannabinoid system has got your body flowing in such a great place, everything flows in great places. You hear that, Frank? Everything. Um, I'm sad I can't find the phenotype, but I don't think they've released it yet. I'm gonna have to double check and find out. I see cheap viewers. You know something? You know what we need here? Latter day mount. Latter day mount. Latter day mount. I don't need cheap viewers. I just need authentic ones, real ones. The ones that show up here, come here, that are referenced here, that find their way to highly motivated. I thank you all for showing up. I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for coming here and being part of this energy. You know, it takes me a little while to kind of get into the show, feel the groove, feel the move. There's different things to talk about. And me, with my ADD conversation, we can be all over the place all night. But what we're talking about right now is cannabis and sexual intimacy. Cannabis and getting the body working and communicating. So stress reduction is number one. Many people struggle with performance anxiety or stress that inhibits their intimacy. Cannabis helps quiet the mind. That's the number one. That's the number one. Cannabis helps you stop thinking about all the other bullshit. It helps you relax and breathe just a little bit. See, I'm about to have some crackers, cheese, and preserves. That sounds good. The nightly wind down relaxation is important. 100%. You need to be able to leave the day behind you. Leave the stress, the worries. They're going to be there. But put them on an imaginary table. There is no past. There is no future. Not unless you've already manifested something. Let me see. I don't have a partner, but I can see how adding this into relations would be great. And it would be. But you know, it's also great for self-care. It's great for keeping our mind creative, keeping our libido working. Just because we are our own partner. Sometimes, I read somewhere that loneliness it's our own fault. When you're lonely, it's your own fault because it's you creating that loneliness. You have friends, you have family, and even if you don't even have a direct partner, it doesn't mean you don't have friends, and you don't have family, and you don't have energy. Energy, which is one of the most beautiful things. Let me see. Kid wants to watch a movie and not the show. Ha! Enjoy a movie. Enjoy a movie. You can always catch this show later on the YouTube or at Oregonji.com. There are links, or probably the YouTube is the easiest one. You put in Oregonji and the YouTube will take you right to it. I gotta see what's going on here. The music is just so hey, oh, what's going on? Okay. Maybe let's give it a little more of a bump. Oh, there we go. I like the way this is starting. Music is one of the most important things. I think if you're looking at cannabis and sex, you should be looking at cannabis, sex, and music. Music brings a mood, brings dancing, moves the body, moves the bloodstream. Moving the bloodstream is super important. You can't be just sitting down all day expecting for shit to work. You've got to stand up. You've got to move around. You've got to stretch. You've got to get the mind, body, and soul in that direction. So I think music is 100% a combination with cannabis and sexual arousal, sexual intimacy, sexual health. As an individual, not even intimacy. So you mentioned, look, you're on your own. So on your own, when you start to look at this, wait, let me see. So the short version of what you're saying is you're high. So that would be the short version. That would be definitely the short version. But I think cannabis brings this heightened sensory experience. Cannabinoids, specifically like THCV, THC, and CBG. CBD as well, but it needs those others to help bond the CBD so it can open up into a full spectrum magical thing. But cannabinoids like that can enhance tactical sensitivity, making touch more pleasurable. Massage. A massage is such a beautiful thing. That's such a beautiful, intimate way to connect two people. And I think a shared cannabis experience. So cannabis smoke. I let it go out again. Pineapple blueberry muffin. Just genius, though. Tastes like blueberries when I light it. Every time I light it, blueberries. So if you've just found the show, we're highly motivated. It's a smoke session. Talkie, chit-chat, hangout, digital, get-together of community, and a little education sometimes. And tonight's topic is specifically for Frank. You know, cannabis for sexual performance and physical well-being. That's what we're talking about tonight. It's exciting how cannabis can be used and considered in female and male intimacy. Okay. So you're thinking, how does it work? Why? Where do you work it? What can you use to work what and where? Let's not get too personal. Let me see. We've got conspiracies, fires, alien sex, Forrest Gump. I may not be a smart man, but I think I now know and fear your browser history. Wow, wouldn't that be crazy? You know something? We should have a show about that. What's in Oren's browser history? That one's good. You know something? That's it. Frank, that's the comment of the show. You win the show tonight. Frank wins the show. Not even an hour in, and Frank's already won it. I don't know if he's gonna top it. He could top it. And by the way, everybody, I just want to send out a thank you to Frank, the Tank Griswold, for his fantastic gift. He got a highly motivated neon sign. That's so cool. So we'll definitely have to plan something. I'm so excited. Just want to say thank you. Well, middle of the show. I think I did at the beginning too. But I wanted to do it like in the middle, so other people are part of it. The first one is just for, ooh. Right there on those multiple inhales. It was like muffin. Who's the muffin man? I don't know. Who's the muffin man? It's a very muffiny. Like the overall flavor of it is so blueberry, but blueberry like a muffin. Like blueberry like a muffin. I know, I said that. Where is it? Where? What? Go plug that bad boy in and show it off. Let me see what we have. The short version. What are you talking about? Wait. What am I plugging in? Oh, I don't have the sign yet. I know. I saw it. Yes, I don't have it. That Frank sent me that. He sent me a copy of that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that the coolest? I'm just saying, that is the absolute coolest. So, yeah, I have to come there and get it. And we're actually going to do a show from Frank's. So that will be me coming to get the light. We're going to be doing a live broadcast. How's that sound, Frank? Will that be okay? I'm like, how's that sound, Frank? Will that be okay? Or maybe a pre-recorded? The sign is insane, yo. It's so cool. And it's highly motivated in green neon. Thank you again, Frank. That is one of the coolest things ever. That's going to tell me I need to put together a studio now. Now I'm going to have a studio instead of this tropical jungle in front of me and storage. It's so many different things. This studio room it's a jungle. Especially right now, it's so cold. Have to come get it. The sign. Oren, the sign. I'm over here. Where is it? Where's what? My brain was like, it takes a while. I'm like, I think there's like a second delay. I see it by the time I see the question. I don't know. We're in time lapses over here. It went out again. See, so much talky out of me. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's get back into cannabis and sexual health, and let's start for women. How does cannabis help women when it comes to, So I would say immediately increased arousal. Certain cannabis strains may improve blood flow, sativas, THCV, and heighten sensation, particularly in sensitive areas. Now, again, or on the other side of it, pain relief. So women who experience discomfort during intercourse may benefit from cannabis and its anti-inflammatory and muscle relaxing properties, easing pain, easing tension. And of course, the enhancement of a little bit of everything, orgasm enhancement. By increasing focus, reducing stress, cannabis may make it easier to achieve, even intensify arousal. And the ultimate of arousal, orgasm. I feel like Mr. Bean every time I say orgasm. I say it as like orgasm. I don't know why it's an uncomfortable word for me right now. It is. I'm letting you know that for some reason, the word has made me very uncomfortable. But I'll get over it. We'll be fine. We're going to get over this. So, okay, that's how it helps women. It helps with pain. It helps with increased arousal, orgasm, enhancement. And so, let me see. But Frank's like, yes, build an outhouse studio. That would be badass. A higher shitter. A higher shitter may benefit from less raw key, more pucky. Wow. We're going to have fun. When I come to Frank's, we're going to have some fun. It's going to be an awesome episode. I'm already foreseeing the magic. And so, okay, for men, how does it help men? It boosts stamina. So some cannabis strains can increase relaxation and delay ejaculation by calming the nervous system. So men may have a premature excitement because they are prematurely excited. They need that relaxation and that mental calming to not think about it so much, not put so much into it, just be easy about things. And sometimes cannabis, that's the perfect thing. It helps couples just be easy about it. Maybe ease into the sensitivity. Have a game and something you want to go do. Like a massage is like the number one, because that's great foreplay on its own. If you're good at it. If you're not good at massage, then fuck it. I don't know what the hell you're doing. Better bring home candy and cookies and flowers and creme brulee. I'm just throwing it out there. But I think dancing is huge. Smoking a joint, dancing, doing the cha-cha, doing the tango. And in that, you're moving your body. You're getting excited. You're getting your energy out there. And that's what we need to do. We need to stop sitting down and hoping just shit happens. Create the magic. Create the flow. And dancing, that's like number one. Do a little dance. Do a little twist. Do a slow dance to your favorite song. Just share energy. Share magic. That's a magical thing, yo. Okay, but for men, it's a boosting of stamina. It's a relaxing of the body, relaxing of the system, relaxing of the nervous system so that they're not prematurely excited. But also, it's the big thing is the confidence. Cannabis, there's an improved confidence. Sativas, I am number one confident. Plus, sativas are vasodilators, which open up the blood vessels. They get things moving in the body. That means a lot of blood flow. Cannabis reduces anxiety. It creates effects that help men overcome performance anxiety, which creates a great, you know, confidence boost. Listen, I pay for every 6 months for the Big O. Let me see. O for Ocrevios, not for orgasm. She's got no complaints here. There. She better fucking not. So, have you guys been out dancing lately, by the way, Frank? Frank, have you taken her out dancing? Frank, do you guys go dance? Even slow dance? Even like a slow, really close cha-cha-cha? It's all about the cha-cha-cha. So I want to let you know really quickly my own personal, journey with cannabis and sexual health. And this is going to be a wild one, because when I found out that my testosterone was 0, that's right. I went to the fucking doctor. I went to a few doctors, and I didn't know about it originally. Actually, I went for a blood test. I went to my regular doctor, and he goes, "Hey, Oren, listen. Are you having any issues?" I'm like, no, I'm perfectly fine. What do you mean? He goes, "Oh, no. Are you having any issues down there?" I'm like, "Oh, no, not at all. Everything's fantastic. Thank you. Why do you ask?" He's like, well, because your testosterone. I'm like, "Yes, what about it?" He goes, "It's 0. I'm like, "Is that bad?" He goes, "Oh, yeah." "Oh, no, it's terrible." I'm like, "It's terrible." He goes, "Terrible." I'm like, "Terrible." Okay, so what am I going to do about it? He goes, "You need to get on like testosterone boosting shit. You got to do this. You got to do that. Da, 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 da." So this was many, many, many moons ago. And so I'd gotten on some things which made me very aggressive and very, very angry and very asshole-ish. And it just wasn't me. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. I'm perfectly fine. What am I fucking taking this bullshit for? So I stopped taking all the bullshit. And I just continued smoking. I never stopped smoking. But I just continued my smoking regimen. So unbeknownst to me, my smoking regimen, mostly sativas, I'm a big sativa lover, has, I guess, artificially reboosted my libido, my testosterone, because I'm not lacking in any kind of testosterone-y areas. But, Frank, you've got such a beautiful rhyme over here. You're like, "No, she has MS, but no slow dancing, but she's like Usher, yeah song. She's a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets that still owes me dinner from our first date. She skipped cooking and went straight to dessert. Yeah." Okay. Frank, you are awesome. Then you have to do some very slow dancing, super slow. But it's just all about energy transference. And that's why baby number 4 came along much later. For many reasons, I suppose. But, I think, but it's a funny thing. I just didn't know I had no testosterone. Cannabis, it helps. Cannabis helps create maybe I don't want to say a false testosterone, because I don't freaking know. Everything else on me is perfectly fine, but my testosterone level, absolutely 0, like super 0. But I have 4 kids. 4. When I found out this news, I didn't have any kids. I had 0 children, but now I got 4. And in that 4 kids that I have, 0 testosterone the entire time. So don't believe and trust in your doctors and everything that they say, because they are still learning and they don't necessarily know. And they don't really know that, cannabis can help on such a deeper level. Remember, here on the show, we're unlearning and relearning through personal experience and through clinical trials, through medical studies. We're going to talk about it. So now we can get a little dirtier. We're an hour into the show. I told you, man, I'm the fucking life of the party once I warm up to the people. And you are. Frank, I think you're already warmed up. I can feel the warming uppage. And Robin, great energy. Got you on that one. I had to. Of course. But that's the awesome energy. So, okay. Okay, so here it is. Let's talk about some of the deeper things. Now, keep in mind, I'm not having any issues, and I've never experienced any, but I think that's because of the sativas. Is it because of Durban poison? No, I don't get to have THCV as much as I'd like to. And I know it's evident in other strains, but I believe in full plant medicine. And once you balance your endocannabinoid system, once you balance your body, I feel like everything works better. I want to smoke this to the end because the blueberry pineapple muffin, so good. Not very terpy. I can tell that it wasn't a super terpy erpy. That's a super hit. This room gets very cloudy. I think it's good for the plants. I think the plants like all the smoke because they seem to be growing really well. Of course, they don't have a choice. It's cold outside, so we pulled everything in, covered the rest. So cannabis can be a natural ally for individuals facing specific sexual health issues. So, hey, Gideon, welcome to the show. Didn't know that. That's a great testimony for cannabis. It really is. I mean, it's just never affected me differently. So I'm a living study. Look, Gideon's on the show. Gideon's one of my twins. Gideon was one of my first children. Gideon and Golan, the two twins. And so, Gideon, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. Highly motivated. You see what I mean? What a great show this is. This is a place where everybody and anybody can come together and smoke and toke and relax. He's on break. What a great break. You're awesome, Gideon. I hope you're having an awesome day. I hope you're kicking ass today. And Sarah, welcome to the show. Wow, we haven't remember the smoke sessions back in the day? You tell your man, Angie and I say howdy, howdy. You see this? We've got Texans and Chicagoans, North Carolinians. We've got my kid, and he's over at work right now. And Gideon, I hope you're kicking ass. I hope you're having an awesome day. So Gideon's working over at Taco Bell. And you know something? He's like the best Taco Beller ever. He's like he can make a burrito like nobody's fucking business. This kid could make a taco like forget about it. He's doing the best tacos. He's bringing magic. That's it. And Sarah, we miss you guys as well. Well, this is it. Welcome to the smoke sesh. This right here. No, it's not. Frank, he's 21. He has a medical card. He's 21. It's okay. You know, he is an awesome kid. Gideon works really hard, and I am proud of him. Tonight he's working till 1 o'clock in the morning. He's working till 1 in the morning over there. He's kicking ass. He's kicking ass, taking names, and making tacos. There's a magic all of its own. So, Gideon, I'm proud of you. And if you don't have a ride home tonight, call me. But yeah, let me see. We've got Circus, Countins. Wait, I can't read. You're lucky I can't read because I can't see. I just see circus and I like it. I like where it's going there. I like the beginning of this circusness. Dude, my first job was Taco Bell back when they used to put the green peppers and black olives on the Mexican pizza. Yes, that's when you get it with no beans. It was like the perfect Mexican pizza with like a nacho cheese sauce all over it. before they went to the low-fat chips that don't taste like the old school nacho chips anymore. Man, I remember every day after high school, during lunch, we'd even go to the Taco Bell. We'd escape and go to the Taco Bell. The chips were the best. The chips were the best part of Taco Bell. You know, back in the day, Angie, I think like her first job was Taco Bell. Like moons ago, obviously a long time ago. And then Gideon, it's like his second job. But his second job, pretty much second, third job. I don't know, maybe like third maybe. But Taco Bell. He's a hard worker. He's a hard worker. He really brings it. They brought back the Mexican pizza, but it's not the same. There's something missing. It's like the crust. It's fake. It's like a high plastic count. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there. Anything I eat over there just destroys me for like days. I can't work. I can't do anything. What's wrong with him? He's locked himself in a room. He had Taco Bell. Just don't even go over that way. Just quarantine. But that's the thing. Gideon's there. I'm proud of him. He's doing a great job. He's working hard, long hours. And, you know, he's just a good kid. So I appreciate him. And Gideon, you keep working hard. You keep doing what you got to do. And that's it. You know, Frank, same thing with like Dunkin' Donuts. They're not making donuts at those locations. They ship them in the morning. I think there are some locations that still make donuts, but for the most part, they get things shipped in. Nothing is fresh as you would perceive it to be. Wow, that was good. All the way down to the frickin' filter. The blueberry pineapple muffin, so good. Only now in that last hit was it harsh. Okay, what am I moving on to next? I think the moon boots. So lovely. Okay, I might start coughing a lot. But this is the moon boots. Let me tell you about the moon boots. Look at that hand roll I did. Look at that. Look at that lovely hand roll in this lovely hemp Bob Marley paper. You can see the chunky. The chunky chunkies in there. We're going to get to that. But that's moon boots. Moon boots, 22.8% and 3.8 on the Terps. 3.8. Wow. So that's, look, the last time I smoked it on the last show, or the last show before, the moon boots were very moony. They felt very floaty, like I was on the moon, like I'm like, haha. Okay, that's moon boots. That's this. I'm actually quite excited about it. I'm so excited with everybody on the show. This feels great. I can feel the energy from everybody, from all the different streaming platforms that you come from. The moon boots is fire. I've been mixing mine with what is this? Let me see. Moon boots as well as give it a little extra boost. HOPC. Wait. What's HOPC? I know you're going to say it, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, that's what that is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what your abbreviation is. But the moon boots is nice. What are you mixing it with? And now I'm so excited to find out what Frank is mixing his moon boots with. Moon boots, by the way, is another goldflower strain. Goldflower, if you're here in Florida and you have a medical card, you are doing yourself an injustice if you have not been the goldflower yet. I mean it, a serious injustice. But Frank's mixing his, and that's good too. Moon boots is many things. It opens up the mind. It relaxes the muscles while still bringing in energy. Now, I'm giving it a little pre-lighting because knowing me, I just want to kind of smoke it slow. I packed it kind of tight. I think I did. It feels tight. It feels a wee bit tight. And then I shoved a filter in there. Just shoved it right in. I'm going to get in there. So it's probably not in there good enough. It is what it is. That tastes nice. I mean, like the paper, I could first taste that paper and just very nice. I don't do anything but natural. This is natural. Well, House of Platinum, sorry. Well, House of Platinum cannabis. Wait, you've been mixing your moon boots with the moon boots of House of Platinum? Wait a second. So you're doing a moon boots from House of Platinum and a moon boots from Goldflower. Mind blown. Now, mind blown. How is that? You're gonna have to tell me how that is, because now I just can't think of anything else. And if that's not the case, then whatever, just make me believe it is. This is not bad. It's got a beautiful smell, really nice, easy flavor. And this filter, I don't think this is helping me at all. Wait. Maybe a little bit. Makes it easier. Okay, we're talking sexual health. Remember, music's gonna be a number one. Cannabis, how's it gonna help? So let's take specifics. If you have erectile dysfunction, cannabis helps by reducing anxiety, which is a major contributor to ED. Some believe it may also improve blood circulation through research is ongoing. So do your own research, get some good sativas, good THCV, Durban poison, or maybe some Maui Wowies, some Afghan gold. Oh, those are some beautiful ones. Or some Panama red, Acapulco gold, and some Panama red. Okay. Well, Frank, that's an epic mix. I'm just gonna let you know. Epic. Low libido. So cannabinoids like THC and CBD together. So one-to-ones. So that Frank Star that I was smoking the other day with the OG Kush. So the OG Kush Frank Star one-to-one mix that I was smoking. So the THC CBD may act as a natural aphrodisiac because together they are stimulating the brain's pleasure centers and reigniting desire. See, it's all about energy. It's all about togetherness. It's all about a little dancing, a little music, a little reigniting of the desire centers in the brain. Chronic pain and other conditions can push people away from sexual activity. You know, and that's both mental and physical. So cannabis alleviates pain caused by conditions like endometriosis, fibromyalgia, pelvic floor disorders, enabling more comfortable intimacy. So there's a number of issues, as I just listed, that would very much so take away from the desire centers in the brain. Wow, that is delicious. And so take this also as a metaphor in itself, where when I talk about sexual desire, like some people say I'm on my own and I don't have a partner. Sativas increase the confidence of life, the enthusiasm of life, the confidence and the energy that builds. So the sativa makes you feel like you're on top of the world. Easier to talk to people, easier to get numbers or ask people out, anything like that. The sativa is already putting you in that mode, in that mood. So I attribute sativas to me meeting Ange. I met Ange, and then since then, I rely on sativas like for everything. But I do see, let me see. It was good, but muted. Ideal knocked it out of the park with their version. So I've been using the two to mix them, and it works out great. See, Frank picked up the same cannabis strain, Moon Boots, from House of Platinum, as well as Goldflower. So he tried it first from House of Platinum, and he was like, I loved it. I love it from House of Platinum. Then he tried it from Ideal, which is Goldflower. And he said, look, they knocked it out of the park in every single way. And I've got to tell you, I already feel it. Remember last show, I said, I feel it right here. Immediately, I felt the Moon Boots starting kind of right in the back of my shoulders, back of my head. So maybe that's where it's attaching, and it begins its I don't know, it's spread throughout the body where you feel like you're floating in air. So chronic pain and these conditions, sativas are for nerve pain and bone pain. But sativas are also for, and again, sativa is just the shape of the plant. But before we start getting into the individual cannabinoids that give the entourage effect, because look, the terpenes, it's the terps, and the terps on this one's like 3.8. 3.8 terps direct where my entourage is going to take me, how it's going to heal my body, or work my bloodstream, or work other parts of my body. So how would we use it in these different ways for, sexual intimacy or sexual health? Now, look, I keep mentioning the whole massage thing. That's like a massage oil that's been infused with cannabis. So how do you do that? Let me tell you how you do it. I have a recipe, or you just hear me tell you. I like to heat up a small saucepan. And I'm going to put the almond oil in, all right? And as it warms, I'm then going, at the same time, in a baggie, I will have 1 gram of RSO, a good, clean, beautiful RSO, or a concentrate 1 gram rosin, whatever. But in that, mostly an RSO, it's already a decarboxylated product. It's already gone through a process, and an RSO, which is a Rick Simpson oil, is like a last process. It's still good. It's good. RSO is fantastic, but rosin is better. Ooh, that's so beautiful. So anyways, rosin is better, but we're going to talk RSO just to keep it simple. So a 1 gram syringe of RSO, put it in a Ziploc baggie and put it on put it in a thing of water on the stove. Put the thing on the stove, and let it, as soon as, I don't know, like 5 minutes, it'll warm it up enough. Take it out of the Ziploc baggie and inject it into the warmed almond oil and blend it for 2 minutes. Take it off, let it cool. And you don't have to use a lot of almond oil, by the way. You can almost do a 50-50 ratio mix if you so desire. But I put a couple more, put enough in the saucepan so like that much up. Small saucepan, that high up of almond oil, because almond oil is expensive. And 1 gram of the RSO. I would recommend a sativa, something lemony, citrusy, something delicious, because you're going to smell these things as part of the aroma part of the terpene. Don't put it down there yet. I've only set... Frank, I'm teaching you how to make the oil first. Where you put the oil is entirely up to you. And just so you know, Move, M-U-V, they do an oil. And we had to test it. It's an interesting oil. I recommend getting it just to try it, but don't go by the ingredients. Just squeeze, Okay. So how are we making this almond oil? So the almond oil is heating up. Put that on too as well. Don't make it burn. Almond oil has a very low heat resistance. I'll post a recipe and write a story about this and put it on the LinkedIn, which will also be available on Oregonji.com. I'll name it like cannabis and sexual health. But in there, I'll put the recipe on how to make this oil that I'm talking about right now. Almond oil, and 1 gram of a good sativa RSO, and a good RSO too. I mean, we're talking something clean, something beautiful. So anyways, you're gonna blend that together. You're gonna pour that into a bottle. Let it cool. Pour it into a bottle, and then store it in a cool, dark place. And then on massage night, on couples night, hey, how are you doing? You look tense. You look like you could use a little relaxation. You grab that bottle out and put a little in your hand and just start rubbing it in. So as you're rubbing it into the body, you're going to smell. That smell is going to and by the way, if you want to put lavender in there as well, maybe put some other beautiful aromatics so that only because this will be great. It'll be nice to smell, beautiful. Maybe a little bit of vanilla. So a little bit of vanilla bean, a little bit of cinnamon stick. Whoa, now we're talking some crazy shit. So you rub it into the skin until the skin starts to warm up. When the skin's warming up, that means the medication's starting to kind of get in there. So that infused almond oil is getting into like the more fatty cells. It's getting down a few layers. Now you've got an aid, a magical elixir, not a Diddy elixir. Okay, you are making this with cannabis oil. And you're putting in almond oil, not baby oil. You're not disguising the bottles as something else. That's some crazy shit. That was some crazy shit. I'm just saying, you keep your oil out of reach, out of total reach. So just make enough, put it in the closet very high and far away. Crazy things this last year. Last year, crazy shit. I'm still shocked. Look, that's what I was thinking about just now. Like, you're making oil. I'm like, oh shit, I'm telling people to make oil? How weird is that gonna get? Okay, sorry. I'm back. So anyways, that oil will be good for like a year. So if you keep it in a cold, cold, put it in the cold part of your closet. In the very back. Is it cold enough? Father! So put it in a cool, dry place. A cool, dark, dry place. And it will last up to a year. Wow. This moon boots is kicking my ass a bit. Let me see. Tell me, St. Pete has Mandarin cookies and Frank Starr's CBD cross. Really? What? I'm just finding out about this. Hold on. Mandarin cookies and a Frank Starr cross. Rachel just saw it. Oh, I'm excited. Rachel, thank you for letting him know about that. That is awesome. I don't know. I feel comfortable putting RSO down there and using motion. You know, that's interesting, but the almond oil and in those parts that you make it absorb into the skin very easily. And if you're looking for something more like that, go to Move. Move has a product specifically, they market it for women and helping to ease pain and things like that, but it's a very interesting product. I you know something, we used it and I fell asleep. That was the truth. Clown Stream, a couple of our Goldflower Ocala friends, just not Super Bowl Sunday. We may do a 420 friendly barbecue get together that day for the Christmas car volunteers. Oh, and all this cook in you're talking about doing, check your messages. All this I check my messages. I get messages. Yes, they have multiple versions of me and Rachel saw it when we was there. Really? I will be checking my messages in a bit. Right now, I'm very moody. I feel look, this moon boots. Remember, I told you it started right here, and it was very strong. I was like, whoa, I can tell it's coming in. But now that's spread, almost like a helmet, almost like a spacesuit. Holy shit. Really very interesting smoke tonight. I have to give it praise-wise to Goldflower. Great strains tonight. That blueberry pineapple pre-roll muffin, delish, super delish. May not be high in the terps, but that aroma, that flavor as you're smoking, and a really great in the middle of the road, hey, I'm doing all right. We're still keeping the good energy of the Voyager 1. And then that Voyager 1 I started with. That was so yummy. Lots of energy. Maybe too much energy, but it's good. I love it. And now this moon boots. I'm enjoying the aroma of it. I think cannabis is more than just, hey, let's smoke and get high. It's a ceremony. We are celebrating and doing a ceremony right here. I'm highly motivated. We are having a ceremony, a smoke sesh. Emotions come out, energy comes out, community talks, people learn, people talk, people meet. It's all of us, and it's happening live right here 3 times a week. No matter where you are, if you want to be a part of the smoke sesh, boom, you can log in on Facebook, on Twitch, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. LinkedIn has been very supportive. LinkedIn has been very supportive in its acceptance of my show. I guess they really don't have a choice. It's live. But it's a business platform. But you know something? This is business. And this is personal. This is life. Cannabis is deeper than just a retail location. It's smoke sessions on the couch. On the couch. On the couch. Where are you meeting? I'm meeting on the couch. The couch? Yes, the couch. We're gonna rename it. It's not gonna be the couch. It's the couch. It's the couch. Like Denny's is Denny's. 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 I'm just telling you, it's what it is. So, the image you sent, you're getting gray, old man. Hey, listen, Eric! I didn't even see it was you. I just look back, I read the comment, you're getting gray, old man. Eric, welcome to the show. Eric is in the Dallas-esque area of nomadic Texas. So welcome from the northern parts of Tejas. You know, Eric, I'm getting wise. It's not so much I'm getting old. I'm getting wise. Wiser-esque. Every show, I feel like I'm getting smarter. But Eric, it is good to have you here on the show. Welcome. Highly motivated. Remember, guys, tonight we're talking cannabis and sexual health. We're talking, but you know, you take it as not just sexual health. You take it as personal health, men's health, women's health, human health. Any way you want to classify yourself as a human, the health of the human. And so, you know, I'm sitting here and you've got to look at the simple things. We make everything so overcomplicated. It's about energy, it's about connection, it's about talking, and it's about good sativas. It's about infused cannabis oil massages. It's about a little dancing, a little music, maybe some nice hors d'oeuvres, maybe some cheese, good cheese, maybe like a nice cheese and crackers, maybe a little bit of sangria, you know, a nice wine. It's multiple things. It's cannabis in its combination. But cannabis acts as a magic elixir of confidence, of boosting, of stamina, heightened sensitivity where you want it and where you don't. So I think when we talk cannabis and health, that's really the big, hey, zero testosterone right here. Zero. And 0 medications and 4 kids. So that tells me the consistent use of cannabis has not hindered me. No, it has helped. It has helped usher in 4 children. You know, keep in mind the first were twins, but cannabis has always helped. Cannabis has helped me with my mood, my circulation, my gut flora. My gut flora. And I was like, what the fuck am I talking about? What is the microbiome? What is that? It's what controls everything. Your mood, your energy, your enthusiasm, your excitement. It controls, because if your body is not excited, you're not excited. You're not healing. You're not getting better and making things better for you, so that in turn you could do it energy-wise, mood-wise for the world around you. Cannabis is confidence. A good sativa has gotten me into more shit than I can remember. Eric, the times listen, yo, me and Eric smoked once on his balcony and pissed off his wife. It wasn't his wife at the time, but she became his wife later. She was threatening him too. She goes, you don't smoke with Oren. Don't smoke with Oren. You're not going to get any tonight. You're not going to let you back in, but you ain't getting none tonight, Eric. This was so many years ago. And Eric was like, but I want to smoke with Oren. Fuck it. So he came out and smoked with me. So he risked getting some to come smoke with Oren on the very fucking cold balcony of his apartment complex. and then somehow I raided his fridge and made nachos where no nachos were to be found. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm not even sure I was eating nachos. I'm not even sure I know what the fuck I was eating anyways. But I ate something. I think it was nachos. Schwanzy Pants, welcome to the show. See, we talk cannabis and sexual health. You see how it gets the blood flowing? Frank's excited. He's now ready to explore the realms of cannabis and sensation, excitement, enhancement. Let me see. That's a friend there, Mystery Meat Nachos. Wow, Frank, that might be the best one. You might have beat the other one. I don't know. Those muffins were gone that night. I don't even remember muffins. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Muffins. It's all about the smoke sesh. That's what it's all about. I miss only the smoke sessions with the individuals, with the groups, with the friends, with the new friends, with the parties and the organization, with anybody. The smoke sesh is when you are at your most authentic self. Right at that smoke sesh, you're never more authentic. And if you can take that authenticity and remove the masks that we wear in life, everything changes. So let me see. So they weren't nachos. They were muffins. Frank, I don't know. Frank, I'm telling you, I don't remember muffins. I remember something went into a microwave. I remember it resembled cheese and a nacho and something else. I'm like the MacGyver of cooking. Listen, you give me, what do you have? I can open up your cupboard. You have a can of beans, you got some tomatoes, and you got eggs. All right, let's make some fucking magic. Let's make some magic. I am a MacGyver of cooking. I can figure anything out. Or I'm just too high to know what I'm cooking. Like, I have no clue what I'm cooking, but I'm high, and it tastes good. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, look at that masterpiece. Look at the amazingness here. And I make sure everybody else is high with me too, so they see it as a masterpiece as well. I remember a smoke sesh in the same apartment complex, Eric, same apartment complex, but like on the other side of it from you. It was one of the first smoke sessions I came to. It was just a huge group. They opened the door and it was like, I don't know, it was like 20 people all just sitting around smoking. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I? I love this. And came in and we're sitting, we're smoking in a big circle, and we're talking, and we're sharing ideas. And the energy of that it was like magical. And then somebody turned to me like, hey man, we're getting food. You want some food? I was like, I think I'm in heaven. I think yeah, this is fucking awesome. So that was, I remember, but then I was part of the party that had to go get the food. But still, the magic, the energy of that, I remember it to this day. It shaped me in the sense of opening me up to the community of cannabis. That right there might actually be my origins of my first glimpse of cannabis community, and not just individualized cannabis use, or individualized like hiding in a fucking car with a friend, and even like that was a smoke sesh. You know, the buddy, and we're smoking, I'm like, all right, let's get the fuck out. Nobody's around. Okay. Here. Okay, great. And then we run. And in that, never really experiencing or tasting the flavor of the bud. It's always rushing. Or smoking on your own while you drive, or when you get to a location or whatever. But that right there, I remember that part, or that smoke sesh, that get together was a glimpse into what the community can really be and the energy of it. So that is what I want to keep here on Highly Motivated, is a digital and physical community that is creating an energy so electric, because the kindness I remember in that room towards new people coming in and new friends and new this, and wow, that's cannabis in everything that it encompasses. Because even if some of the people came in, they didn't all smoke, but they were all part of the smoke sesh. They're all part of that energy brainstorm explosion. Eric, you only have edibles. Oh, I have some edibles right now too. I've got a live rosin sauce, coconut, something cookie. Delicious. I'm gonna have to have one after the show. But enjoy the edibles. Edibles are not so bad. It's, drink orange juice to accompany them. So you're gonna have more energy where that entourage starts to build. Mangoes are gorgeous as well. These two fruits will create more of a positive flow towards your receptors, so that they're going to give you a little more energy as opposed to just relaxation. Every time I take edibles, I'm just like, huh? I don't want to do anything. Okay. I mean, that's me and edibles. I'm just done. I'm done. No matter what they are, no matter what they say they're leaning, like if they're sativa or hybrid or indica. And again, just to state it, sativa is the shape of the plant, tall and skinny. Indica is a short, stubby plant. And the hybrid would be like a cross between the two plants. And everything these days kind of is a hybrid, unless you can get back to the original landrace strains. Oh, that's some magic. And I would not mind taking a journey to find even one, two, any of these landrace strains. Still smoking on the moon boots, and feeling very entourage tonight. Pineapple juice is interesting, actually. Pineapple juice, it's a creative, but it's not an energy booster. Pineapple juice, if fresh from the pineapple, look, there's something I don't trust there. I don't trust something about pineapples. I don't know. They, look at them. Take a pineapple and just kind of stare at it. They've got beady eyes. You can't really trust them. I mean, pineapples can be delicious. Grill a pineapple. I love grilled pineapple. I stopped eating pineapple because I heard it eats your brain. I don't know where I heard that, but anything that's going to eat this brain, I'm not going to have anything eating the brain. So that was like a no-go. Just throwing that out there. So I don't do pineapple, but I love it. I love it. I just don't do it. For a great time, buds, bishes, balls, bisexual midget, alien porn. Oh my God, what is going on? Is that this show? I'm so excited. What's going on? Wait, Frank, I don't, Facebook pinned post. Look at your face. Wait, pineapple juice and smoked, and it tucked all up. I don't even know what's going on. I've got to wait. Let me look at my Facebook post. What's going on? There's something on my Facebook post. My post or your post? Wait, if it's my post, I got to go to my page. All right. Oh, it's just me. Oh, the Frank the Tank. Look at that. Look at that beautiful sign, Frank. Look at that sign. Highly motivated. That gets me all excited. And then you light it up. Spinning it around. Boom, boom. Okay, I'm looking at my page. What am I missing? I must be missing something. Okay. I'm missing something. I set stars and I pinned that comment. Really? Wait, look at your face. I don't know how to do things like that. I'll have to look. Let me go look again. I'm gonna go look again. I'm looking again. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, let me go back. Let me go over here. All right. Oh, what is this? What did you do? That is so cool. Wait. Okay. Oh, is that the one? For a great time. Beer, buds, bitches, balls, and bisexual midget alien porn. Oh my God. That's what you... I'm going to love that. Just so you know, we're going to put it out there. That's the energy that the show is giving your direction. Then that is wild. That is it. That is everything. That is everything right there. Look, we're talking about cannabis and sex tonight. I know it's a weird topic. It's slightly uncomfortable but at the same time, it's not. We could. I think I'm getting pretty close to the filter. I tell you what. Wait. What's that? Ooh. See, I'm just dropping little embers all over the place. This is a dangerous. At the end, it's dangerous. The whole thing, it's been delish. I don't want to waste anything, though. Here. Waste not, want not. All right. Put that out best I could. And we have a burning ember. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. So where were we? We're talking cannabis and sex. Look, let's keep it simple. Music, dancing, massage, maybe a scary movie that gets the blood flowing. Sativas. Sativas are gorgeous. Intimacy is talking, understanding. You know, it's a two-way conversation, a two-way feeling, a two-way emotion. It's not a one-sided thing, and don't ever think that it is. It's an energy to be shared, and it's electric in that, and it's so much more. And cannabis can help ease pain, like we talked about. It can bring new desire. It can bring intimacy. It can bring sensitivity. It's just enhancing. It does that for everything in life, though. I mean, yes, we're talking sexual health for men and women right now and what it specifically helps. But look at life in general. I use cannabis, sativas, to help with my nerve pain and my bone pain. I use sativas to enhance the energy and the confidence level and the forward positive motion in life. For me, sativas are an all-around help. Body movement, creativity, just keep things moving, keep things going. And the older I'm getting, I need a boost. I need a reminder sometimes. And sativas are great reminders. So it's in combination with the many other things that I do. I smoke sativas, and I meditate, and I manifestate. Enthusiate. There goes that enthusiate word again. But yeah, that's what it's all about. It's using it in combination. I I started eating raw cannabis. I started making the tea because it absorbs into my body better. That's what I was talking about earlier. Making the tea is one of the only ways you're going to get CBGA in her acidic form, and as much of it as humanly possible under 230 degrees. But that right there, wow, that is going to help your overall sexual health, male and female. That right there is a base cannabinoid, and that's getting into the root systems of your body, and it's doing magic like you couldn't even describe. So even having a tea, maybe a spiked tea, cannabis mead. So mead infused with an RSO, and of course where flour has been fermented and infused into it as well. Mead, a honey wine. I've had one of those, though. Now that right there, I would say was very sexually arousing. It's a honey wine. So Nick makes mead as well. Nick usually comes to the show. And Nick, if you're out there, howdy, howdy. Glad that you're here or not here or whatever it might be. So I make mead, which is honey wine. Wine basically made just from honey and water and fermenting yeast or yeast. And in that, it ferments and creates the sugars, it eats the sugars of the honey and makes a beautiful, beautiful mead. So you can infuse so many different things into mead, and I infuse cannabis. We call it the cannabis cup. And Nick, glad to have you on the show. Highly motivated. So I was just talking about you. Look at that. See, I was just talking about Nick, and then all of a sudden he must have heard it like a bat signal. He's like, oh shit, hey, let me come watch Orange Show. I'm just saying. It's good. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. Always to Highly Motivated. So I was talking about the mead, and I make a cannabis mead. So the reason this is so interesting, because it is a aphrodisiac. I kid you not. It's an aphrodisiac. So you were listening to dating advice. I don't even know what people are going through dating-wise in this world right now. Holy shit. I mean, it seems psychotic. Like, people are becoming so much, they're pulling back into themselves and they're not really searching, for I don't know. It seems wild. It does. It seems more than tough. I think you got to be yourself and say, fuck it. You got to love yourself first. You got to trust yourself and know yourself and be yourself and be okay being alone. It's actually being okay being alone. That's like, it's almost impossible. But that's what you've got to do. You've got to be okay being alone. And once you get to that point and you're okay with it, your heart is open in a very authentic way. And I don't think it's about power on either end. Looney Tunes, which is Eric. So Eric is Looney Tunes. He's hunting my socials to follow. Yeah, follow on everything. On the YouTube, on the Twitch, on the Facebook, on the Linky Winkies. We were doing the Tiki Taki and the Insta Cha Cha, but no, fuck them. We don't need them. We don't need them and their bullshit. We want to smoke. And speaking of a little smoky tokies, listen, I got just a little bit more Voyager 1 right here. Okay. This one feels a little tight. It's an itsy bitsy. It's an itsy bitsy, but the itsy bitsy is like almost a gram. Looney's like, I think I got them. I think I got them all. Well, welcome to all of the socials. We see 86 dating, single forever. Amen to loving yourself and having enough respect for self to not put up with the turds. That's the truth. But it's also letting go. It's letting go of all of it and learning that you are the powerhouse. You are the creator, the manifestator. The manifestator? Is that even a word? I don't care. You're the energy that you seek. The magic that is around you is you. You are amazing. And in that amazingness that you are, you don't need anybody but your understanding and your forward motion in the now. But by you opening and integrating and intertwining quantumly, that's life. That's what it is. We share emotion and energy and physicalities. Looney, look at that. You know, definitely, let's... Tell me how your ostriches are doing. Wait, is it ostriches? Do you have ostriches? Or emus? I think it's an emu. What do you do with an emu? What do you do with your emus? Eric, tell us what you do with your emus. I was totally wrong. It's llamas. I thought ostriches, emus. No, it's a fucking llama. So it's like a goat. It's like a hairier goat or a better haired goat. Is it a tastier goat? Can you eat a llama? Would you want to eat a llama? So, cannabis and sexual health, that's what we've been talking about tonight. What are the ways that how would you use it? I mean, they're like, Oren, I think it's pretty obvious how you use cannabis. Okay, but some people, maybe it's not so obvious. Smoking or vaping it, look, that provides quick effects, and it's ideal for setting the mood before intimacy if you're a little nervous, before jumping into things. Choose strains great for relaxation. So it relaxes the muscles, relaxes the mind. It makes you take all that chaos and put it over here to the side. So Eric said he's only got edibles right now. Edibles are not a bad thing. But I think if you take too many edibles, then you're both going to fall asleep. And that's where your intimacy is going to stop. But chocolate gets into the bloodstream quickly. Chocolate works differently in the body. The sugar kind of gets the body like, oh, what's going on? Hello. And that chocolate acts as a temporary fat to transfer the THC into the bloodstream. And now there's two layers of excitement. It's not just the sugars and the excitement of candy and chocolate, but the cannabis as well. And that works in a yin yang yang, whatever you want to call it. Chitty chitty bang bang. Woohoo! Topicals and massage oils. I mean, obviously. But we talked about it tonight, making your own, using almond oil. And it can be very easy. And you can put like lavender, you can put sage, you can put other crazy shit in there. Whatever you're looking for as far as, because those aromatics are part of relaxation. They're part of the ceremony that cannabis is. They're part of the ceremony that intimacy is, or should be. Well, now that's hitting better. Sometimes you just got to loosen it up a little bit and relight it. That's the Voyager 1, very flavorful. I think that one's very high in terpenes. I think that was also like 3 something. But look, making homemade cannabis tinctures or oils, RSO with an almond oil, it can enhance many different things. Where would you put it? Wherever you want. Now, this next one, I agree and disagree. It depends on how interesting of an evening that you're wanting to have. But suppositories, cannabis infused suppositories. Look, designed for targeted relief and stimulation. So because wait. There are some medical issues that in all fairness, I'm not trying to be, all disclaimers, I just want to let you know. There are some medical issues where putting suppositories up first can greatly help those individuals to enjoy sex. So doing that like 15 minutes before and kind of warming the body up from inside, it's a whole different game. Much quicker, much more powerful, much more enthusiastically entouraged. So in that, some disorders might benefit most from suppositories. Now, on the freakier side of things, whoa, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with it? You're going to do it together? You're going to do it like to each other? Oh my God, that's crazy. See, I just had to touch on that. We're going to move on. That goat will spit on you and kick your ass. Llamas, wait, I can't eat the goat. Wait, nah, buddy, exit only, just saying. No. Wait, did I miss a comment? Wait. So, wait, can you eat llamas? Do you eat llamas? Wait, or you can't eat a llama? I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know. I asked Google if you can eat the sea cows. The manatees. That's the word I couldn't remember. So the manatees, beautiful animals, gigantic sea cows. And so I went to go look at them and I asked Google, I go, Google, can you eat manatees? Are manatees, are they, how do they taste? Google goes, they are delicious because they are simply delicious. But they are, and they let me know that they are, they're endangered and it's illegal for me to eat the sea cows. But they are absolutely delicious. So Google fucked up and let me know that they're delicious. I just want to eat a manatee now. I won't because I know they're endangered, but it's like the endangered meal now. It's like what was the movie? Oh, I forget the movie now, where they were serving endangered animals or giving the appearance they were serving endangered animals. They were just serving chicken. I think Matthew Broderick was in this movie. No, maybe not. All the actors seem the same after a while, but the plots. I definitely remember at one point they're trying to feed a dragon, a Komodo dragon, to a huge audience of people. And I'm thinking, this one fucking dragon's gonna feed everybody? Shut the fuck, get out of here. But anyways, the goat will spit. No, you don't eat llamas. You don't eat llamas? It's just for their fur? I mean, I'm sure you've named them, and they're great companions. And I'm sorry that I've made the suggestion of eating your llamas. I'm not going to eat them. It's like now your wife will be like, don't ever invite Oren over. Don't invite him over. He's going to fucking eat the llamas. This is ridiculous. We can't have him over here. We're going to lose our fucking llamas. I made you guys a lovely dinner. That would be terrible. Terrible. It's funny, but terrible. I hear they are tasty. Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. Because now, look, Eric's going to invite me over, and I'm going to be on his farm. I'm going to be looking over at those llamas going, I hear they're tasty. I'm just saying. Me and Eric are going to get so fucking high, and we're going to cook a llama. Oh. Oh my God, tastes like chicken. What? Look, frog legs taste like a marine chicken, like a sea chicken. Or a pond, like a pond chicken. So frogs taste like a pond chicken. And I hear sea cow is delish. Real. That's all I think about. Whenever people show me manatees or I see it on TV, like, oh, look how cute. They're all coming together. And I'm thinking, so hungry. I'm so hungry. I want some manatee. Delicious because they're simply fucking delicious. Why would Google tell me that? Why would Google send me down that rabbit hole? Delicious because they're simply delicious. Now I want manatee? Is it illegal to even say that I want to eat a manatee? I mean, they're endangered. I won't. I'm not going to eat a manatee. That's terrible of me, but I still want to. I hear they are buttery and soft and delicious. I want Oren to try and mess with one. They don't fuck around when they kick. What, the llamas? The llamas are the sea cows. Because with the manatees, look, I went to a manatee park and I saw one, like, it was huge. And I was thinking, look, I could jump in the water and I can ride that like a fucking bull. I'm going to jump on top of the manatee and I'm going to ride it like a bull and I'm going to wrangle it and I'm going to have me some delicious, because it's simply damn delicious, manatee. But then the better, much more intelligent side of me jumped out and said, have you lost your mind? No. So, Christopher, welcome to the show. It's good to have you here. You know, Chris, tonight, just to quickly fill you in, we are talking cannabis and sexual health. Cannabis and sex for male and female. So it's the health. It's the health of the individual. And cannabis can help you health-wise, but we're pointing out the specifics in sexual health. And that's what we're talking about tonight. Wait, Frank was shit. When I was growing up in Sebastian, we used to sell gopher turtles for $5 a piece to the old people. They would make stews. That was before they started being protected. Gopher turtles, selling them for stew. Wow. That's... Look, I heard about turtle stew. I heard about it back in the day. Those manatees kick like a bull. Oh, the manatees kick like a bull. I thought you were talking about the llamas. I was just talking about you and me maybe having a great smoke sesh, getting really high, and wrangling up a llama. And Nick says they're delicious. Nick, if Nick is saying they're delicious, I'm pretty sure they're fucking delicious. Let me see. We literally used to ride them in the little tide pool back in the 80s. Look, people, this is before human rights groups and animal rights groups really gave a shit about these turtles. So back then, all disclaimers, he's perfectly fine. That was before all these protections came from the manatees. Oh, you used to ride the manatees. Really? Wait. We literally used to ride them in Sebastian in the little tide pool back in the late 80s. You can ride a manatee? Really? Wait. Because now I want to eat a manatee and I want to ride a manatee. This is just no saddles, bareback in it. That's what I heard about sea cow and llama. Dude, you're stoned. Manatees don't have legs. Yes, I was talking about the llamas kicking. I really thought that in some part of that, both of them kick. I bet a manatee, if you're riding a manatee, I bet there's a hella kick. That is a very big, gelatinous, interesting animal. And it looks like the cow of the sea. I mean, look, we eat shrimp, we eat crabs, and these are insects of the sea. I imagine the manatee, the sea cow, that would be some marine pond meat. They say it's delicious. Wait. Yes, you could stand on the manatee's back. They were so calm. Wow. We were kids. We didn't know any better. That is wild. So before the protections, the manatees were food. For a lot of the indigenous cultures, they used to eat the manatees. Where has this show gone to tonight? We were talking about cannabis and sexual health, and now we're talking about eating manatees and llamas. Eric, you see what happens? You come to the show, and we want to eat llamas, and I was talking about manatees. Well, we started at suppositories, and remember, it can help endometriosis, it can help many other ailments so that the body is more able to be sexually active or sexually healthy. Bath bombs. Now, cannabis-infused bath bombs set a romantic tone, allowing partners to relax together in a very soothing environment. So a cannabis-infused bath bomb, after that, a nice cannabis massage, cannabis-infused oil massage, maybe smoke a little joint together or eat some edibles. Now at this point, you two should already be floating on a cloud, talking romantically in each other's gaze, and lose yourself in each other's bodies. Sorry. Okay. So we already talked about strains. What are good strains? Specific. Where are you going strain specific? What's going to help? Look, relaxation, Granddaddy Perp, Northern Lights. You've got some beautiful cakey cake strains. A Kush, any good Kush. A good Kush. Woo, very relaxing. And they kind of bring a vibe to the room, a vibe to you. It's the magic of life that I talk about. And it's that frequency or that vibe you try to grab on hold of, and that's a good sativa maybe. That brings up the energy, but not too much. Maybe you want to mix it a little bit. Maybe you have a great combination. You know what I was talking about earlier and I completely forgot? The ambrosia, the cannabis mead. So anyways, the RSO mixture infused with the mead, this mead would be literally an ambrosia, and it worked because it worked for relaxation and arousal. It would make you like body drunk, but head high. So, okay, some great strains that you need to think about. Granddaddy Perp, Northern Lights, that's good for relaxation. For arousal specifically, Strawberry Cough. Strawberry Cough is a sativa, or it leans how they call a sativa, but we'll get into that another time. Strawberry Cough is very, hey, how you doing? I don't know what it is about it. You smoke a little Strawberry Cough and you're feeling all right. You're feeling frisky. Wedding Cake. I don't know what it is, but Wedding Cake is reported that it's great for arousal. Now, for energy and focus when you really need it, Jack Herrera. That is any good Jack combination. Jack is the winner. Also, green crack is really great for focus, but I would recommend mixing it with something else because it is ultra focus. And oh yes, Oren, here we are talking THC and sexual health, but then you got to go and talk about fucking big girl manatees, you sick fucker. Thank you, Frank. Thank you very much. Look, I haven't spoken about the aliens yet tonight. I was going to when we spoke earlier about the Baba Vanga and the Edward Cayce predictions at the beginning of the show. If you haven't caught it at the beginning of the show, I was talking about the fires in California. We're sending out all our prayers, all our kindness, all our good frequency. But we're talking about how those fires were started and caused and created, and all of this was foreseen by Baba Vanga as well as Edward Cayce in their different prophecies, which both of these psychics have pretty much a 90% accuracy rating. Wow. For fucking psychics, that's incredible. To have any accuracy rating for a psychic, amazing. So the next prediction is alien contact. You see that, Frank? Still talked about aliens tonight. Aliens. No, there's other topics to still touch on this evening. There's always things to talk about and highly motivated. We are multi-topics, micro-topics, no topics. You come to a smoke session, you're never coming to talk about anything, but you end up talking about everything. I bet you to remember I was talking about midget alien porn. He was talking about midget alien porn. Wow. Wow. So, wow. We haven't talked about it yet. I haven't met any midgets, or no, aliens. So I don't know if the aliens are midgets, and really, we're just going to a whole new realm. See, I start talking about cannabis and sexual health, and Frank's over here. Listen, we gotta bring up midgets and aliens and porn. I don't know if it's all as one, like it's alien midget porn. Oh my God, that'd be so crazy. That'd be some crazy stuff. I'm sorry, that'd be too much. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Sorry, Frank. That's a lot. So look, no matter how you're using cannabis, use it responsibly. Start slow. It's got the potential to truly deepen intimacy. I believe it. And I believe, like myself, with zero testosterone. And I'm telling you, zero. 4 kids. Had twins and 2 boys, 2 girls. And I have one from, adopted in. And so, wow. Zero testosterone. But I'm rocking and rolling. I got no problem, baby. Because cannabis has made sure that I should have no issues ever. Because it's cannabis. That should be the commercial. Like if they had like an ED commercial or a sexual health commercial. I got no problems, baby. I got cannabis. I'm ready when you are. That would be the commercial. I would love, that was it. That would be it. You see how simple advertising needs to be? What the fuck I'm talking about? Look, wait, let me see. Dude, come on and tell me midgets aren't aliens. Oh, that's interesting. We don't know. Some of them could be. Some of them, no, not regular midgets. I don't know. Little people, don't be like that. Little people. They're regular people. They're fucking humans. That's all they are. Height challenged. But I bet you do remember I was talking about midget. Wait, ha. Dude, come on, tell me. And you missed the comment about my wife's double. No. I didn't miss the comment. I didn't. There was no message. I said that earlier, that you were very excited in our conversations here. I didn't miss anything. Oh, I see it. Wow, your streams are about to go down a rabbit hole. Listen, 2 hours in, the streams, they are a life of their own. A life of their own. I'm going to tell you what's wild too. The last 2 streams, the computer has been like shot of energy at the end, like out of nowhere. It's like, and it's down to 0%. And I started both those streams at 100%. So tonight I brought backup power. So in case this goes down, one of these go in the hole. Just one, not all, because they're all different connections. But I brought backup power. And because I brought backup power, there's no issues. So weird. It's so difficult. Oh, there we go. I had to open it up a little bit. So let me see. Wow. Yes, definitely going down some crazy places, but that's, I think there's new levels of connection that couples can have through the use and combination of cannabis. I think that's where it's always in the combination. Have a charcuterie board of olives and cheeses and other hors d'oeuvre. Did I say it right? I think I said it right. Hors d'oeuvres. And maybe a good sangria, a nice wine. You got to bring more to the party. Have a little bit on the table to nosh and enjoy, to have a conversation and eat and drink, to have a little massage. It's all in the combination. So that massage oil needs to be infused. That's a great combination right there. Maybe a little smoky before to mentally get yourself in the mood. Looney Tunes is over here. Let me see. Wonder if the can put cannabis in my IV the next time I go into the hospital. What are you going into the hospital for? You're not telling me something. What's going on? I know they were working on something close to your balls. I don't know if it was your balls, but they were working close, right? I don't know. Is everything okay? I mean, did they choppy anything? Are you down to one testicle? I'm sorry if you are. I apologize ahead of time if I've said something wrong, of you losing something, because if you did actually lose something right now, I really feel bad. For a moment. Sorry, not sorry. And then sorry, because I'm sorry. Okay. That'd be crazy. Wait, Eric, my sex... No, don't. Oh, Eric. Look, Eric's gone through different changes in his life. And the sex change operation was the last one I thought he was about to go through. Going to log off. Frank, just now when Looney Tunes is talking about his operation... That is wild. Everybody, by the way, thank you for coming to Highly Motivated, the sometimes gets out of hand, interesting conversation. And it is what it is. It's a smoke sesh. No expectations. The energy and the magic creates because you are what brings that magic. You are what brings that energy. Like every show, I want to remind you, kindness is the number one. That's where we should start. We shouldn't end up there. We're starting at kindness. We're opening our minds. We're opening our hearts. You don't have to be nice to be kind. Don't be walked all over. Don't be pushed around. Be strong. Be amazing. Be you. Be creative. Be powerful. But be kind. Be understanding. Be giving. I started talking about this at Thanksgiving, where my whole thing was I want us to be good all year round. I want us to think of people all year round. I want us to give to the homeless, to the hungry, to the needy, to children who need education, wherever we can help, whatever we can do in any small way. If we can't do money, we can do energy, we can do manifestation, we can do, we can do something in any way. And so I want us to try that from New Year's to New Year's, from Thanksgiving all the way around to Thanksgiving. Instead of just Thanksgiving to New Year's, we want to do it all year. We want to give back anywhere, any way we can. So I'm reminding you just to be a good human and be a good human for the other humans. You don't have to be nice, but being kind, that's an energy all fucking different. It's amazing. It's the authentic you. It's who we want to be to help other human beings. Not male, not female, not color, not race, not creed, nothing. Nothing. Just the amazing energy that you are. And that helps also with the sexual health. Look, we're talking about cannabis and sex. When you are your authentic self, there's a truth and an energy that you bring to the table. That's it. It helps. It helps for mood. It helps for a little bit of everything. But look, I said earlier, start low, go slow. Don't take like a whole bunch. Don't take a really strong brownie and eat the whole brownie and be like, how strong was that? Oh, 100 milligrams. Okay, good. It's good to know. Don't overdo it. Always start slow. So if you're doing edibles, do a little bit of microdose the edible. Microdose. Do a little bit in the morning, a little bit in the afternoon, just, to get things rocking for the evening. With cannabis, you can always build, and each person is always a little bit different, especially with different methods of consumption. I mentioned the suppositories. Don't underestimate the strength of a cannabis suppository. Maybe that's a story for another show. But don't underestimate it. Don't underestimate the that's what Looney Tunes. He that's what started for him. And then look, he goes through a whole operation. No, Eric, tell me you're okay. Tell me, I see over the next time you go in for an IV. When you're going for rejuvenation, you know they do that. People go in, they get like an IV of some rejuvenating shit, ivermectin or blah, blah, blah. I don't know what's going on. It's like there's a fountain of youth thing I read about the other day. Look, you get to my age, you take that fountain of youth shit seriously. You're like, really? There's something a little rejuvenating. Let's talk about it. But honestly, cannabis has been the most rejuvenating thing for me. It's kept me young and vibrant. The sativas have kept energy by drinking raw cannabis or eating raw cannabis, getting into my stomach, balancing my gut flora, balancing so that I have the energy and the mood and the enthusiasm for life. So it's a combination of things. I think my fountain of youth has been cannabis. Now, any aging that I have done because of it is because of smoking. If I would have kept to just drinking tea and eating it raw and eating edibles, and eating it raw is the bud, not like an edible. The bud, I chew it and emaciate it until it's juice. But the better absorption into my body has been through tea. And especially if you have IBS or Crohn's type symptoms, chewing raw bud, cannabis, flower, is not good for you. It'll give you issues. It'll have problems in digestion. That's what I'm saying, maybe super itsy bitsy little bit to create the fiber, but no, don't even do it. Just drink the tea. In the tea, you're gonna get everything you would have gotten in the raw cannabis. So eating raw cannabis is the only way to get THCA and CBDA by eating it raw. But you are missing out on the CBG, which is the precursor to THC and CBD. It's the beginning. It's before everything else happens. So wait, was Frank saying goodbye? Frank, I wish you goodbye. Are you going? You're not going. Are you going? Wait, you're leaving? You're logging off? He's talking. Okay. Well, anyways, Frank, have a great night. And thank you again for the sign, by the way. So, see, that's my ADD. I was like all over the place. But cannabis, eating it raw, you get the THC and the CBDA, but you don't get CBG. Making a tea activates and does a partial decarboxylation because cannabis starts to totally decarboxylate at 250 degrees and higher. So the higher the heat goes, the more you're burning off and destroying. So if you make a cannabis tea, that means any good tea, a good loose leaf tea, all right, with cannabis added, is enhancing not just the tea, but the cannabis as well. And in that, you're not quite burning it at 250 degrees, you're burning it at 230 degrees and below, which is partially activating the bud and releasing the oils and the cannabinoids and the beautiful magic. Releases the magic into your body. And you're getting CBG. And CBGA in her acidic, that's the A, that's the precursor. That's even before THC and CBD. That's directly into your neurotransmitters. And that directly activates your areas of desire. So CBG is probably one of those most important things to be aware and put into your body. So I think that's it. That's our talk. That was a good chit chat tonight. I didn't talk too much about aliens, but there is a lot more to talk about when it comes to, your health and cannabis. I think more so all the different things cannabis can really do and all the different things it's capable of, because look, cannabis and psychedelics are the key to unlocking multi-dimensional awareness. And I think really that's what we talk about a lot on this show. It's multi-dimensional awareness, not just being aware of yourself, but aware of this incredible cosmic structure that encompasses all of us. Wow. That's deep. That's very deep. Especially on a Sunday. What is Sunday? Sunday is the beginning and the end of the week. So this is the beginning. Monday is just another day. You don't have to approach the Monday like, ah, shit, it's Monday. Oh, gotta go to work. If you feel that way about work, you're not enjoying it enough, and you should enjoy it more. And if you can't enjoy it, then you should definitely seek what you enjoy more, because life is more about enjoyment, more about what you authentically want to be a part of. Because if you don't want to authentically be a part of it, then you're wasting your life, you're wasting time. But again, I know we got to pay the bills. I know. Bills are important. Responsibilities are important. So don't completely listen to me at all. Do the things that you don't enjoy every single day. Using cannabis to be more spiritually reflective. I think being more part of nature and being one with Mother Earth, I think cannabis has helped make me realize and be more aware, be more understanding, and give back where I can, not just in recycling, but using items wisely, not wasting the planet's resources. So there's a lot. I think, cannabis has been amazing, especially when it comes to sexual health. I'm not going to get into actual details, but I think I've given some of the, like tonight, I talk about some wine and cheese, a little bit of smoky, a little bit of massage, we talk about those things, and let's not get too bloody personal, but yeah, I think it's definitely helped me in many aspects of my life, especially in sexual health, both mine and Angie's. I have my dogs, so food seldom wastes. Look, we have dogs and we have the barn. No food is ever wasted. Seriously though, told Val we need to come visit. She said she can't handle us both. Yeah, we would be a little overwhelming. But if you come to visit, look, it's a farm. We have a lot of space. So no, that's the most awesome thing. Again, we're here, Smoke Sesh. Welcome everybody. By the way, from wherever anybody's coming, Florida, Texas, Chicago, the Carolinas, North Carolina, or South Carolina, and Florida, England, Israel, Poland. I'm always including Poland and then Pakistan, or I don't know where else. I think we have some other viewers from other places tonight, which is absolutely awesome. We are an international smoke session. It's about health, but it's about deeper health, not just sexual health. It's personal longevity. We are living longer. We want to live healthier. And cannabis, I believe, plays a role in living longer and healthier. It's strains, it's edibles, it's making your butter. I love to make a butter and incorporate that into my daily micro-dosing regimens. So I think that's it. Again, it's all part and parcel. It's all combination. That's how it all comes together. By the way, everybody, you can catch me here, highly motivated, Friday, Sunday, Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, live on the Instagram, on the LinkedIn, the Twitch, the Facebook, and the YouTube. Follow, share, spread the joy, spread the knowledge, spread the smoke sesh. Share if you want to share it. And by the way, if you don't, I don't give a shit. Don't. It's everything it's already supposed to be. It's everything it's ever meant to be. The smoke sesh is already there. We're actually waiting to go intergalactic. That is the next level of the smoke sesh. We're waiting for confirmation from the space station. The lady with the crazy hair, I hear she smokes. I hear she's a stoner. So bring it on. I'm sure she's got edibles or something up there. You can't smoke on the space station, but edibles are fine. So I'm waiting on a confirmation. If I can get an email, I know we've gone intergalactic. But meantime, we're going to settle with international smoke session. So we are the only official international smoke session. Boom. that comes to you 3 times a week. Now, there might be another international smoke session that comes to you, you know, once a week, twice a week. That's not enough. 3 times a week live. We're doing this show. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 2 hours, sometimes it's 3 hours. But in that, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. And I remind you, you are creating the day ahead of you. So when you go to sleep tonight, it's about manifesting it. It's about believing it. Don't want it, don't need it. But as you're lying down and you're going to sleep, I want you to visualize what it is you believe. I want you to visualize yourself already there. I want you to visualize yourself already as that person, living in the belief of what you see. Do it as you're going to sleep tonight. Do it tomorrow night. Do it the next night. Do it maybe one more night. And don't think about it at all beyond that point. Let it go. See what happens. You are creating from your subconscious. You are the eye. You are the watcher. You can do it. You can do it. I can hear Eric right now. You can do it. You can do it. Waterboy. Okay, Adam Sandler movie. Adam Sandler is the same character really in every single movie. He acts the same, sounds the same. Even saw him in a serious fucking movie and exactly the same. He's Adam. I think it's just different characters of him. So any Adam Sandler movie is, I love them. They're hysterical, but it's the same. There's other actors like that too, that do movies that every movie, what is his name? The guy that was, I can't remember it. And he's a cool guy. He did the Wedding Crasher. The Wedding Crashers. The guys that were crashing weddings. Not the one with the nose. I'm sorry. But the other guy with the big forehead. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But the guy with the big forehead, you know. Wait, what am I talking about? Him? Oh, movies. Yeah, every movie I've ever seen him in, no acting. Just, it's exactly him. He doesn't want to stretch. You know, like, look, this is what I'm going to do. Let me just read the fucking lines. Shut up. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we've gone into the no man land of podcast territory here, where we're just now in land of strange. But I did have more topics. I did have things to talk about. Kind of the fragility of human civilization. Is that pretty deep? That's pretty deep. We'll make a quick 5-minute conversation. Because I had it here to chit chat. I think somebody said, what else do you have to talk about? I've got a lot to talk about. So, humanity often views its creations, cities, towns, monuments, as more permanent. But history shows us otherwise. Fires, floods, earthquakes, and other disasters have erased entire communities, with nature quickly reclaiming it once it's gone. And so I mentioned it earlier in the show, in the beginning, where we're sending our prayers. We're talking about California. We're talking about these terrible fires, mass devastation. So if they don't rebuild, what if most people do not return? What if they do not rebuild? Yeah, it looks like Chernobyl. Will Ferrell, that's right. Will Ferrell is always the same, by the way. Every fucking movie. Exactly the same. And you're thinking, what? He did the little elf. No, that's still him. Still totally him. Every movie, it's still him. Smart. Good observation, Eric. But no, so when you look at what's hitting these civilizations, I talked about at the beginning of the show, like Pompeii. Pompeii disappeared, and it was rediscovered in in the late 16th century, so 1780s, 1700s, late 1700s, they rediscovered the existence of Pompeii. That shows you that civilizations can disappear. Look, there was an Indian civilization where the god, the blue Hare Krishna, I don't know what it is, not Hare Krishna, that's Buddhist, something else entirely. Sorry, I apologize, butchering things. But the blue entity that they look at like a god in the Indian culture. So this city that was legendary, a myth that he lived in and that he came from, it was just a myth. Well, when the waters receded in the oceans, they found it. They found that city. And it's like, wow, these things have been washed away by tsunami, by flood, by fires, by natural disasters, regardless of how they've been set. They're now natural disasters. Man's made natural disasters sometimes. So with nature quickly reclaiming it, how many ancient civilizations were lost to disasters and they never rebuilt? So like California being a civilization, back in the day, you go back a couple thousand years ago, and all of California itself is a civilization. That is a huge Atlantean civilization. It's enormous. It's a lot of people. And now it's going to be a lot of people displaced. Job-wise, home-wise, a lot of people are going to be moving east. But I mean, what does this say about the permanence of human constructs, or our perceived permanence? Like, we think nothing's going to disappear. We think there's a permanence to things. Is that a fucking word? Why am I looking over this direction? There's nothing over there. Just more blackness of sheets, more sheets, just encompassing me in here into the botanical jungle of storage. Yeah, there are, exactly, Nick. Look, he's right. Look, and what happened to Chernobyl? It's a whole city gone. I thought you were talking about the fires made the place look like Chernobyl, but also Chernobyl. Yeah. Also, there are cities all over the world underwater. Nick, you're absolutely right. Good call. Very good call. So in that, are we too attached to the idea, thinking that where we are right now is permanent? Where we are right now is indestructible, that, you know, if a wave came or the water levels got too high here in Florida, would we try to rebuild? Would we try to make it, or are we going to migrate away? We migrate away. And in that migration of humans, we forget about the civilizations that are now underwater. I think in China, they were building a dam. And when they released the water to make the dam, or to dam up the backside of the dam, they buried cities, huge ancient cities, and now they're totally underwater. So these things end up being forgotten about. So I just put that out there because California right now is going through terrible times. California is going through an apocalyptic type of, burning through everything. And some of the fires are very difficult to control. And within the next day or two or few, the winds are going to pick up, and they're going to be 100-mile-an-hour gusts once again, spreading that fire all the way across California. And that is heartbreaking. I just hope anybody can get out. I hope anybody can be safe. Get to wherever you can to be safe. But I saw even houses that were right along the water burned to a crisp. Cars and homes and businesses and lives. So in that, Pompeii was buried by volcanic ash and forgotten for centuries. It was forgotten until rediscovered in the 1700s. Mohenjo-daro, I like that. Daro. Mohenjo-daro in the Indus Valley was likely abandoned after the floods. Entire communities in the American Midwest vanished during the Great Dust Bowl. And the Dust Bowl, if you look up that in history, devastating here in the United States. What it did to the crops, to the farmers, to people's homes and health. the dust, it was so dry, and there was no rain, no moisture, nothing. And the erosion of the lands through farming, and just a crazy combination of things before the understanding of rotating crops and soil health was a big deal. Let me see, what have I missed? There are cities underwater. There are. Quirky Heft, welcome to the show. A quirky heft, quirkily hefting. Best viewers. Well, thank you. We are. Everybody here is the best viewers. Everybody here on Highly Motivated are all the best viewers. You are all the best. If that's what you're saying, Quirky, that's awesome. Quirky, thank you. Quirky Heft is letting you all know you are the best viewers on whatever your best viewing, and you're doing a great job at it. So I guess some things to kind of think about. Why did some civilizations choose not to rebuild? Like with California, I mean, I'm sure they're going to rebuild. I'm sure they're going to revitalize the entire communities out there, even though water mains are busted, power lines, not just power lines, power systems are overwhelmed, burnt, gas. Wow, the gas is going to be off for a very long time. There are pressure that has busted lines. The fires have broken down buildings and trees and underground connections of gas. So in California, there are a lot of utilities that are not going to be back online for a very long time. And they're still going to be in drought conditions. Would the possibility be, now all these people losing everything, where are they going to go? Where are they going to stay? Are they going to migrate somewhere else? And then little by little, is California or parts of California going to become a ghost town? And what was once inhabited is now empty. I don't know. I think it's things to think about. Why? I mean, why? Was it resources? Was it trauma? Was it any one of the reasons we've just talked about why people wouldn't go back? There's no jobs. The pain of going through and clearing out and rebuilding. The time and energy and effort all that takes. You know, plus they still have to deal with insurance companies and again, if you can, send out your mental prayers, your energy, your frequency, your magic, send it out in manifestation if you can, to the people in California, that the fires end quickly, their lives return back as fast as humanly possible. But I do think a lot of people that work from home are going to be moving or relocating. I think there's going to be new energies moving all across the United States, because I think California is in a bad place. Look, California's wildfires have destroyed entire towns. The question of rebuilding often depends on resources, the politics, whether people feel it's worth the risk, not just of future disasters, but the current disaster that they're going through. Rebuilding means addressing not just physical structures, but also systemic issues like the climate change, the drought, the fire prevention. That's going to have to be now placed at the forefront, which should have already been placed at the forefront. Should have already been and it's not just homeowners too. I think apartment complexes went down, not just apartment complexes, but you've got, you've got complexes, people renting in condos and homes. They've lost everything. So, I mean, is rebuilding a sign of our resilience, our stubbornness? I mean, will we rebuild knowing that fires are going to come? So I did hear one of the guys that his house survived in the midst of a whole neighborhood burning down. He had a fire suppression system. He had sprinklers that came from the top of the house. He sprayed one side of it with a fire retardant, and he saved his house. No, renters would not return. If you're renting, you're going to move and migrate somewhere else. If you're a homeowner, though, where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? You might now move somewhere else. And if you are a remote worker, your job is anywhere you want to be. So I think a lot of remote workers live and work in California. And in those areas that were heavily affected, that might be a new option to have to migrate out of California after a devastating loss like this. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying that's a possibility. But I mean, at what point? Look, at what point do we learn to work with nature rather than, against her? At what point do we start to work with nature, understanding that these fires are going to be a continual thing because of the drought and because of the area? So maybe we rebuild, but not there. Maybe that's nature also letting us know, look, these are danger areas. This is not the first time this area has had fire issues. Some of these areas, like back in 2018, I believe, there were other neighborhoods that went through not what they're going through now. They're going through terrible things, but they've gone through fires. So the areas have been subjected to the threat of this natural disaster. Look, nature is powerful, and it reclaims what humanity leaves behind. This cycle should remind us of how tiny we are in that grand scheme of whatever the grand scheme is, whatever the scheme is, whatever it is, whatever anything is. We are just even our entire existence could be passing in the matter of seconds, and whatever time is relative in the bigger universe. So we could just be at small popping in and out of existence, but in our popping in and out of existence could be zillions, trillions of years. And so with nature and how nature reclaims, how does our understanding, our migration, our losing of civilization or of communities, and how does that change how we live or where we live or how we're making our decisions in that? Can we learn to build in harmony with nature, creating structures that complement rather than fight against it? Look, people building into the mountains. Now, why do I say that? Because ancient civilizations, ancient cultures built into the rock cliff. Now, make it easier to get to, but they built high up into the rock cliffs of the mountains, of the cliffs around, blocking from the sea. I don't know, amazing structures that go underground, but they were built in the stone, and stone doesn't wash away as quickly. Look, I think California's practically the rebuilding costs, the insurance issues, and the emotional toll on all the souls surviving from this. California rebuilding, look at the cost for the people. And I'm not even talking about the cost of money, the cost on the people. There's an emotional and physical cost. There's other places that have faced other dilemmas, like, look, New Orleans, but they rebuilt, and they rebuilt stronger. After Hurricane Katrina, or there's been towns across the globe that have been hit, like Turkey. Turkey was hit massively by earthquakes, constantly rebuilding. And now rebuilding structurally to be prepared for earthquakes. Funny thing about Katrina, again, I was moving down there to start a haunted history tour company. And Katrina wiped out everything. And dealing with insurance companies is a nightmare. Dealing with loss of everything is a nightmare. I don't know. I think maybe we're getting to that point where we need to rethink how we build. We need to become part of nature, part of the ever-evolving structure that this earth is. Instead of encroaching upon its beaches and encroaching on its most beautiful views, or encroaching on just the gorgeous magic that nature is, maybe we should back off it a bit, and build with it. Back off and build with. That's an interesting architectural movement. I mean, look, do you think we as a society are too focused on rebuilding what was instead of adapting to what could be? That, I think, is more of an interesting question. Are we too stuck on rebuilding our image of what it used to be? I think blending all of this, there's a lot to think about, and especially right now during a natural disaster like this, there are so many people out there taking advantage, including the insurance companies. The insurance companies are taking advantage. I mean, from the stories that I've heard. But I really hope kindness prevails, understanding prevails, and I know the community out there has already come out for each other. The community in California has already been coming out super strong with food and clothing and guidance and assistance and anything they can give to help their fellow humans out. So I have nothing but beautiful things to say about them right now. They're trying to survive during a terrible time. I'm sending out love and prayers to my sister and her partner. I hope you guys are okay. I hope you escape and you get everything you need to get out of this, and just to be alive is the best thing. Your life is the most important. Everything else, let go. That's it. And maybe that's our sentiment. That's how we end tonight's show. Highly motivated, sending out kindness, sending out prayers, sending out anything we can. California is dealing with a lot. And so I hope in the hope of hopes, in the prayer of prayers, that they get all the energy and support and further positive motion that they can handle. Everything. Let's hope these fires go out soon. I fear we're in for a greater situation though. As soon as those winds hit in the next couple of days, it's going to be catastrophic. On a lighter note, quickly before I end the show, on a lighter note, everybody, remember we were talking Baba Vanga, Edward Cayce, predictions, blah, 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 blah. Baba Vanga's prediction of alien encounter, contact, the first official contact, I don't know, happening during a major sporting event. The fires, she predicted. The first human organ transplant grown in a laboratory at the end of 2024, she predicted. And she said when? The fires, early 25. We are dealing with catastrophic fires, which is going to bring economic turmoil. On a lighter note, the next thing she said, aliens, sporting events, Super Bowl. I'm looking to this. I don't watch sports. I'm not a sports kind of guy. I'm a sci-fi kind of guy. Go figure. But I'm going to watch the Super Bowl. It's a universal language. It's a universal sport. It is universally transmitted and globally transmitted. Universal singing. So why not that be the place for contact? Okay. Anyways, that was it. That was the lighter note. Prayers out to California, and I hope and pray for them. That's all I can really do. I don't even know what else to do. I wish I could be there to help, but then at the same time, I'd probably just be in the way. This would be a good time to learn how to firefight. So anyways, everybody send your prayers and more if you can. If you can afford it and you can send more, then do more. And if you can't, then just send your prayers. Manifest good energy. Manifest good quick change. Maybe all of us manifesting some good shit together can send some good shit their way. That being said, have a great night. Thank you for joining me. Everybody, thank you for joining me. What a great crowd. Everyone coming to the show. You've all been absolutely amazing. Hey, welcome to the show. Bat teeth. Wait, bat teeth or batteth? I'm gonna go with bat teeth. Batteth. I like batteth as well, though. Welcome to the show. Hey. Yes, another great podcast, another great community. This has been, I don't know why I'm putting these on to read something. I still can't see anything with these glasses. But you're all amazing, and you're all incredible energy. We have spoken before, absolutely. It's been a while. It's been quite some time now. That is awesome that you've still been able to find the show. It's many moons ago. It's been many moons ago. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Highly Motivated. The most exciting smoke sesh, the most exciting international, intergalactic smoke sesh anywhere. But that's what it is. And again, everybody, thank you for coming. Thank you for being a part of this energy. We're almost 3 hours in. That's my cutoff. I cut myself off. That's it. 3 hours of me rambling. That's just too much. But you're all amazing. And remember, you are the energy that you seek. You are the magic that you want to bring to this world. It's you. You be that magic. You manifest that magic. You believe in what you are looking for and wanting and become it. You are so funny. She's like, am I still worried the gators are going to get me through the curtain? Yes, absolutely. But no, I'm not outside. So I'm inside. And there's no gators. No gators anywhere. So I'm not worried when I'm indoor. This is like in this podcast room. See, she goes way back. She goes way back when it was the gator. Look, I'm always worried about the gator. But there's one gator, the one I shot in the eye. Listen, I shot him in the eye with a BB gun and he is mad. But he was going to eat my dog. Cayce, the little chihuahua. So the gator had his mouth open like this. And I'm over here holding the dog on the leash. And no, he wasn't even on the leash. He wasn't on the leash. He was just standing there about to go to the bathroom. But Cayce took a long time to go to the bathroom. And and Cayce, the chihuahua, so he was about to go to the bathroom and the gator had his mouth open, right? So the dog is just standing there. And I didn't see the gator. I'm over here. I think I was just when I still used to smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, but when I'm having a cigarette, I look over and I see the gator. I'm just like, holy shit. I'm like, Cayce, come here, Cayce. Come here, Cayce. Cayce, come here. Get over here, Cayce. Grabbed the chihuahua and came back. I had no other gun at the time. I had a high-powered BB gun or a pellet. So I loaded a pellet in there and I popped this thing. It's like full power. Like, okay. And it's got like a little scope on it. And I'm looking at it with my one good eye. And my one good eye, I'm looking at that gator. And I pop. I hit him. I hit him in the eye. I wasn't aiming for the eye, but I hit him in the eye. But I wasn't aiming for the eye. That was a pretty shitty shot. So anyways, the thing scurried around, went around in circles, scared the shit out of me. I went running inside the house. I mean, it's easily 30 feet, 20 feet, maybe 20 feet from where I was. And I was scared shitless. So I went back inside the house and he's going around in circles, making up a mess. And I'm like, holy shit, he's pissed. He's pissed. And he was. And he started walking up towards the house and he scurried away. Okay. So, wait, do they have a kill on site for iguanas now? Only when it gets cold. Only when it freezes do the iguanas fall out of the trees. We have too many iguanas. too many anacondas, too many snakes. There's too much shit happening here in Florida. We are inundated with let me see, did the hurricane affect your family too much? You know, thank you for asking. No. A few trees came down, a few big trees came down during the last hurricane, and big winds, but we got a lot of rain, but we're high ground. And so we really weren't affected too much. We were very lucky. A lot of people that were affected quite badly during those hurricanes. And it's what happened afterwards and how that hurricane brought so much damage to the Carolinas. What was it? To North Carolina? Just wiped out in the surge, because it broke one of the dams, and then all that silt covered the entire Asheville, North Carolina is like, I think, still under mud. Still, they're burying themselves out or digging themselves out. But no, we were very lucky. And see, it has been a long time since you've been on the show. Wow. But that's what we are, y'all. It's the podcast, the smoke sesh, little talky, smoky. And that's it. I'm sorry, I have to go 3 hours, but you can catch me again, 8 o'clock live on the Twitchy, on the Facebook, on the YouTube, on the LinkedIn. Definitely come join us for a show again. It'll be good to have you on the show. Next show, what is today? Is today Sunday? Today's Sunday. Next show is going to be Wednesday and then Friday. So it's Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. Friday night, Sunday night, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock live, Eastern Standard Time. I'll miss you too. Come to the show. It'll be awesome. But Wednesday, next show. And then after that, Friday. And then Sunday. And then Wednesday. And then Friday. So it's 3 times a week live. You can catch me here, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the show. Thank you, everyone. You're all awesome. And I'll see you guys again. All right. Ciao. Bye. Gotta go. Every time I think I'm pressing it, I don't know if I'm pressing it. I don't even know if it's still going. It might be still going. Let me just